PRX
Sunset will be an interesting one. Sentinels thus far, they have played all 3 Chinese teams. They have beaten all 3 of them. And in that last match against XLG, it was all about Zekken. He had an absolutely monstrous performance, running over with the Neon on Sunset. But PRX is a team that they are hard to match bar for bar with that kind of aggression.
But you know that energy is going to be on that stage. Both of these teams, fan favorites. If you ask anyone in this venue, it's a 50-50 who they're going to pick, PRX or Sentinels. And I'll tell you what, being from America, I'm not used to that. Yeah,
it is close. It is close for sure. For Sen, you know they're going to want to try and get in PRX's head. Zels is especially so comfortable on this kind of stage. Probably thinking back to that near PRX choke in the Team Liquid game. They would have denied them being here.
I would love to see the same performance that we saw the other day coming in from Zekken. He was having a blast with the Neon, just running left, right, and center. Of course, this time around, he's going to find maybe more opposition, or things are not going to be as easy.
It's going to be a challenge without a doubt, no matter how you shake it. But you see these players, they know the moment that they're in right now and how intense this game is going to be once we're all in the server. Of course, we'll get a look and see what this agent select is going to be looking like in a moment. But Mimi, there is so many questions, right? You know, how disciplined are PRX going to play? And also on this other side, how disciplined are Sentinels going to play? Because they have, looked to your point, incredibly flawless throughout Toronto.
They have indeed. This series is so interesting to me, mainly because of the crossover in these teams' map pool. Both of them, I would put Sunset and Split at the very top of what they are wanting to play. That's where we start in this series. And that's why I think this game is going to be so hard to predict, so hard to figure out what team is really favored in those first 2.
We can look back to what just happened on the first one, right? When we think about Split, we saw that crazy comeback. It was all about the defense, all about those anchors. And Sentinels has decided to be started on that defensive side. So I think we can, you know, think about the composition. Then running that double initiator, double controller, the Sky, that is something that we barely see anymore.
All right, here's your agent select coming up in a moment. And there we go. Let's see what we get locked
Let's
in
go.
For first match. We got a couple already confirmed.
What?
Of course, Jing is going to be on his trademark.
Oh, nggak keren bakal pilihan ini.
As he zips around the map.
But first is di map ini.
Sky from John
Oke, sama.
Which we haven't seen Sky in a hot minute.
Ya, sama semua tuh. Kalau dari Sentinel.
Yeah, I think that between him and Narrow Control is going to be very important. Again, as the hard archer Celtics and Bang, they have to put up that performance.
John Kitty.
Head-to-head between the Euros.
Dia pakai Sky,
finds the same effect that Texture does with the operator in this map.
PRX's double dive comp is so tough to play into. These guys are very fast on their executes on the attack side. They have a lot of power behind that. And in the post flanks, that is where G2 fell apart. PRX was constantly flying up, punishing them, getting ahead of that retake. But then they have that bot out there. They have to know how PRX play on these 2 maps. But it's always the case. You can think you're ready for PRX, but you don't really know until you're in the server against these guys.
Yep, ain't that the truth? G2 learned that lesson the hard way.
Yep.
And we're still waiting for this lock-in here. It seems like they're hovering over the Sky as well, and Omen, I think, is going to be a given here, but I would like to see them continue to use this because I like what I saw from them previously. And there you go.
The one time that they played at this tournament was against Wolves. We've already seen today what Wolves is capable of. And they actually, even though they started on the defense, they had a very rough half, only getting 4 rounds there, losing the bonus, that snowball that was in favor of the Chinese team. But for today, I hope that has been a learning experience since it's been a while.
Indeed it has. Indeed it has. But here we go, folks. Fans around the world have been waiting for this one to start, so I'm not going to waste any time buttering up Bren and Sideshow. Take it away, fellas.
Yeah, neither am I, to be honest. This is bound to be an absolutely explosive matchup that we got here. The crowd is ready. We've been talking to them all morning long as well. They're raring to go with this one because there's history between these 2 teams. And not just that, it's a question of momentum. Can anything stop this freight train that is PRX when they've been absolutely tearing through every single opponent?
And the last time we saw PRX get a bit of that momentum behind them, it was a bit of a different feel. It was back at Madrid when they weren't confident about their own play, and yet it was working anyway. And who ended up stopping them there? it was Sentinels, lower bracket finals with Gen G waiting. Now that's not the case, it's Wolves actually who are waiting for them. You saw Super Baby excited potentially to see Zelsis on the other side, but I think this game's incredibly tough to call. Both teams playing really well, but I think a lot of people are yet to really get on board with feeling like Sentinels have beaten a team that they respect. Now I think that's wrong. I think that people aren't putting enough credit on Sentinels and what they've been able to do because they're underrating the Chinese team still. But when you look at what Wolves have been up to in our upper bracket, in the Swiss stage, it's tough not to look back at Sentinels beating them 2-0. Hold on a second.
Hey,
That's a real match. That is seriously impressive from SEN. And it was here on Split where they were able to come out with the victory. That's the time that we've seen Sentinels with this new composition that they're running here. And I think there's a lot of history even between these two teams on this map.
Oh, yeah.
If you think back to all of the maps where we've seen SEN, this is one of them that expresses their style the best. Playing for those retakes, super coordinated with it, stopping every idea that somebody has in the post plan. And I think you couldn't get a more perfect way to begin, because PRX love getting onto those explosive site execs and then scrapping in the post plan. They are always going to be doing something active, and it's Sentinel's job to stop that.
There's a slight delay as well. We've got one of the players just waiting to get back in, but you're exactly right, Josh. This PRX team, I think, have inserted quite a bit of nuance into their play, genuinely. Even before this event, the evolution of PRX, no longer just the completely run it down, run it gun together, pack mentality. They've been corralled, they've been tempered a little bit by Pacman. He's been holding back the leash, yanking them back when necessary.
Alex has been trying for years to get the discipline into this team. It's tough with this squad though, isn't it? Because PRX live or die by that explosive W gaming style. You don't want to temper it too much. You don't want to tell them to play full retake every round and be all disciplined in every moment.
And they found the right balance with that. They've been running away with it here. Everybody's expecting this train to slow down and stop at any moment.
It almost got derailed against Team Liquid. One overtime away from being denied the PRX run. And yet, PRX were able to make sure that they didn't get the wobbler after being up 12-1. And here we go, we're into it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
These are two teams that are looking to make history. Looking to go that much further here at Masters Toronto. Prove what they say as well as we get started into Split. First round starting. And a heavy group up here from PRX.
Immediately Bang pushed off the angle.
B.
This is going to be a key focal area to pay attention to, B main, because if PRX get it
Dan
for
OTW
free,
commit
they
semua.
pops, and they will find it very difficult, Sentinels, to stop that from happening.
It's an early nade through B main, not taking control of it though, just holding it lightly, and now
They commit control,
eyes over towards mid. Posturing for now. Slowly getting down to that minute mark, and this is what I was talking about earlier, the tempering that you see. It's not the PRX of old.
But also, making sure that Sentinels didn't do a re-clear of B main. So, no breach util, no sky util, and now the pressure's on Bang.
Walking up and exploding out onto the site. Bang is under that tremendous
Wow.
pressure with his util out
What
on either side as well. A bit of a handshake of it, and supplementing, assisting.
What just happened? Oi!
Sentinels attempting
Apa yang
to
terjadi,
pull
Cok?
back in.
Betul-betul lawan dua,
Down
anjing.
into 2v2.
John without any flashes to work with.
Spike planted.
Dog re-clearing. Sentinels very aware of the fact that PRX is going to try to get aggressive into areas like that spawn push.
Something just trying to go for the reposition, just missed the timing onto it, but bullets are flying forward, smoke propped up. Viper Orb blooms, blossoms, time is ticking, and you can feel it, there's tension in the air. First round is everything. It's how you set the pace. Something not accounted for, barely gets it under control, the damage done to John Q team, and he's managed it still to fly. Saves the day.
And already getting a glimpse of how PRX want to play these moments.
What the fuck is this?
Choosing to try to take that timing with the Viper Orb up and B heaven, pushing forward, looking for it. Everything went wrong at the very start. Felt like Sentinels had got that. Big flash, couple of players extremely lost. And yet they win a crucial clutch scenario. John scrabbling for a gun on the floor and forsaken out of his seat already. Do feel like he's been blossoming into a leadership figure for PRX in a way that I'm not sure you could have quite said he was a couple of years ago. Has matured into something the PRX desperately needed.
Wow. Something.
Speaking
Nice one, bro. Ini tarik yakin gue agar ada deg-degan ya.
No weaponry to work with for Sentinels. Bit of a gamble stack from them over towards A, just hoping that PRX might work their way over towards that side of the map, and seen glimpses of it. Slow and steady is how they want to go. PRX be hoping to sniff out any signs of life.
They're just leading with something, looking for the contact. Usually, if there is going to be a defensive stack,
Posisinya bagus
it's going to
banget.
be a crossfire setup of somebody looking to take contact.
It is all the way through main. Still, that fault line's going to be a big connection. Oh, we're getting hot and heavy. Okay, up close and personal.
Senjata dong.
It's going to be dropped and it calls for the pivot. Instant rotation now, straight through mid, and there's danger here. They don't know if there's a player lurking, but still
Anjay.
leading the charge.
5-stack Gobi, bro.
Something I should say, putting his body on the line to make sure that they can get that easy access over towards B.
Bang with a classic. Doesn't choose to take the fight early. Waits for reinforcements.
Just trying to take that peek as well when he hears that timing. There's a lot of damage done. Sentinels could still be a problem with these pistols in hand. Pesky, unable to really root them out, but control of the site and the plant down for PRX, a good spot to be in.
Pretty fast flank here going on as well through B main. John took a deep timing down mid.
This whole line, good connection. Satchel backwards, Jing trying to play for a bit of safety here. John has been spotted. Found out initially here, damage being done over Total Water. But in the end, a swift
Batman, bro.
PRX looked a little bit scary.
A decent amount of damage done as well. They've got a rifle and a bulldog that they're saving into the next round here, PRX, and they'll still have some other weaponry to be able to supplement this. You know, something only going for a Marshall in that round, so he's still going to have some. But overall, this is where things really start to heat up. Sentinels are going to have a good game plan to stop these pops.
There.
Finally getting into the gun round here. Weapons online here for Sentinels, and fast as they go this time. Yeah, that judge is not going to be getting the value. We've seen Jing just wrecking havoc.
That's
on prior opponents.
Really smart from Zekken though as well. He gets himself deep inside there and just starts spamming because he knows
That
what's
was
coming
Jing.
towards him.
Familiar play for them still. Mid is going to be the goal. Okay, quick little lurk up there. Quickly put down and trade inside there from the rate.
I think that favors the defenders actually because you've taken down that
Come on, bro.
lurk player.
Yeah, and Sen are out
Go, bro.
right now. John with the reposition quickly. Zekken might just be tucked to the side. Indeed, that is a bit of a punish.
Aduh, tawan tuh sampai besinya nggak kena lagi. Oh, nice Batman. One more side, one more side.
Snaps it straight to Zekken's head. This is a 2v3 scenario, but still very much winnable. Just depends if they can take out.
Nice
John.
flash.
Sighted, blinded, bit of spam as well.
Oh fuck, what the fuck? Oh my god, nice bro. Nice Batman. 2v2.
Doesn't help him out though
Still
just
hope.
yet. 2v2 now for PRX. Getting that plant down. No fast play, I should say, from Sentinels here. Making sure to slow it down for now. Grouping up. Still, it's Patman inserted into the smoke. He wants to try and dominate this angle here.
Barengan dua-dua dong mereka. Oh wow, that's big. Let's go. For second versus Bang. Anjir, dua-dua controller aja.
Time is ticking on the spike. Making footsteps, making noise. Util as well. Expending
Second kunci controller magang, cuy. Bisa nggak nih dia, cuy?
Going to be covering, obfuscating, forces the issue from Forsaken, but he's biding his time. And steps forward for the
Let's go for second, let's go.
Small
3-0.
misread there from Bang. He thought with Forsaken not really taking any level of challenge on him as he went through into sight that probably Forsaken was going for a wrap around the pillar. Instead, hadn't quite factored in that he'd hit Forsaken with the paranoia and Forsaken was just having to top.
Batman sih ini.
Both excellent players, but it's
Mbak
Forsaken
Batman
who comes
banget
out
tuh.
on top.
Guys,
And
big from
PRX
Batman bro.
winning the bonus as well. Sen are going to pull out
Ini
Stingers here,
ngepak.
trying to get a little bit of equalizing factor.
Oh, harusnya memang
Can
belajar
they
lah.
swarm? Can they find the reads early?
Ya, ketahuan dong.
Second, instantly detected. He's always got a gate crash to try to bail out of there. But the game plan for Sen this round is going to be to try to gamble, to try to find...
Kena lah something.
For something to just pluck them out of the picture.
Yeah, that's tough.
Flash forwards, it's going to be that refight.
Wow.
Attractive, the Stingers
Ah,
still
that trade.
Just a 1-for-1.
Dua-dua nih tim gue suka, cok.
Not giving away
Kenapa sih harus bertandingnya di tengah-tengah mulu, cok? Nggak di master dimanapun, cok. Alah.
Either. They're going towards Bang and just missed the
Nampak
time.
dikit dulu.
Unfortunate. Instant reposition.
Aduh,
Okay, just gonna be
jangan
running
gini kena
around
timing.
here. Divide just making sure to get containment going on in mid.
These are the kind of rounds, though, where you've got to give credit to PRX for baiting the play out of Sentinels rather than doing something quick and early themselves. I think in previous tournaments where we've watched PRX, these are sometimes the rounds that are just gutting to watch because you know they need to play with discipline on the anti-eco and yet they rush things. Now you're seeing patience.
Yeah, Bang can feel it coming now. Turning up the heat onto the side, doesn't really stand a chance there. Too many angles to watch for.
Wah.
The corner, Stinger in hand.
Flawless.
Kena semua kalau misalkan dapat
Only
kalau
one player
Phantom
goes
bisa
down
nggak tuh ya kira-kira?
but all that momentum
Udah nggak
behind
vandal.
them
And this is the kind of start that they would desperately be looking for.
Wow.
Something's going to drop the Outlaw in this round. They've got an opportunity to
Oh,
compose some.
Ronde ini yang paling benar nih. Ronde ini yang nih.
This is the round
Yang
to
serius nih.
invest from too, because if Sen lose this, they're going to get knocked down on
Bahaya tuh ini kalau Sentinel kalah, wayau nih. Udah ronde ini nih.
We're going into attacking pause here. And I think this is a really tough one to call because Kaplan can't particularly give them advice beyond the next round. The horizon is
Nice
round
amount.
5 that you're about to step into because, listen, you could be going into dimensional drift where something gets information and sets up a fade ultimate. Maybe Jing's going to do something aggressive with a showstopper at the very start too. You're always having to react to what PRX are doing because they've set up this ult snowball. So maybe Kaplan's going to call something aggressive, perhaps, off the rip, try to rip tempo away from the Southeast Asian team.
try and get proactive maybe onto the extremities.
Very difficult to do that, though, against a Yoru ult. Yoru ult speeds
yeah.
stuff up massively on the attack side. Essentially lets you dodge whatever Sentinels
Tapi
going to
gaming
do.
kuat banget ya, Cok. Sumpah ngombek mulu, Cok, brengsek.
On the other side of this timeout, because
Ngombek
it has been
Genji
so
2
well
kali.
so far, but
Gila nih orang.
listen, in this timeout, they could just turn up the tempo immediately with the dimensional drift. They've got the ults to do it, and we know that is how they like to play.
I do like this level of a gamble, though. Narrate has his ultimate to work with, and so Sentinels are looking to stack 3 players over towards the B side and play A, essentially for full retake with that Breach ultimate.
See how well it works out, okay. Plan was called for. Aggro for Zekken. He set up nice and early with the fault line.
Yeah, and look, fault line paranoia, aftershock
Right.
flashes.
Second wave.
There's so much stuff that can support Zekken here from Bang and from Narrate.
TP to get out as well. He's not going to be shy. Breaking the util.
But that tells you that Jing is here with his showstopper just around the corner. Zekken, though,
Wait.
is a difficult target with that teleport.
And here it is. Dimensional
Wow,
drift
nice
now.
ult, bro.
Right as the gate crash was really about to fade, yeah. So Zekken forced to try and take this one out. A lot of players being spotted out here with a Nightfall now. Scatters away. The rocket into the back. To no avail. Something though. My God, he's doing them dirty. Zekken crouched down.
Ampun, hampir aja.
That one out, but it's an instant pivot again. PRX.
Look
Making
at-
moves across
Wow.
the map.
Look at this gorgeous
Forced-
look from
what?
Dubai. Got himself all the way
Dapat
to
itu kapan
A,
itu,
forced
anjing?
every rotate over towards B.
Waduh,
With
bahaya.
double ultimates, they found themselves in
Tapi
a
udah
4v4 where
prepare
they
sih.
have the A site completely for free.
Sentinel udah prepare tuh.
And
Pasti ada yang lurking, soalnya kok
So
Anya
no
kosong
breach
banget,
to be
Cok.
able to go for the retake. Though Zekken has earned his dimensional
Jing
drift,
ngejagain
which will
midnya.
allow him to scout
Wow.
out defensive positions. But I mean,
Ini
look how many
PRX main
threats are
kah?
around the map
Real
because
kah?
Jing in a deep
Wow.
spot, Divine in a deep
Bisa jaga
spot.
kayak gini,
These are all
Cok.
things
Bener-bener
Sentinels
anjing
need to deal
PRX.
with before they can even get close.
Danger lurking around every corner. Smoke in
udah.
your face.
Gua ada hole. 4 lawan 4. Zekken masih ada ulti.
Sending the
Harusnya bisa.
forwards, though. Zekken,
Nggak tahu
as you
ya.
mentioned, he wants to scout out
Waduh,
positions, but
stuck
how do you
City
move players
semua
out
nih.
in every
Oh
conceivable
shit.
spot? That's a good
Okay.
start.
I'm
Devi's going to be dropped.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Sees rebounding and flash into the face of Patman, but still he wants to hold his ground in through the back of the site. Support, reinforcements is going to be arriving finally, just in
Patman.
time. Patman
Oh, wow.
is going to be falling in through.
Okay, one more,
Forsaken is
one
already
more.
there to just fill in the gaps of the play, and his hold.
Wow, Jing. Nice timing, bro.
Watertight is at the end
Oh
of the day.
fuck,
This is
itu bisa
PRX
menang loh tadi BTW.
feeling themselves at this point. It's 5-0.
Gila, Cok, PRX jagain banget, anjing.
Cautious all the way throughout, but with no mistakes being made.
It's an
Gak ada mistake loh maksud gue.
immaculate round. I mean, finding the rate when he's setting
Ya
up
walaupun
the
tadi
breach
itu ya jagain
ultimate,
karena udah di
catching it,
ini ya.
and then also lurking Divine into A is
Dulu
just
ya,
masterful.
dulu.
The call there to cancel. The
Limit ada Jing. Otomatis
Guys,
mereka stuck City.
don't commit. If it looks difficult, if it looks like they've got a stack,
Yeah.
let's go back into A.
Ya,
Absolutely gorgeous play.
gila, Cok. Pemainannya bagus banget perasaan Jing
Slowly
tahu, bro.
continues, something
Wow, dapat lagi bang.
tremendous value that he's been getting out of this
Kenapa
outlaw.
masih bang, Cok?
Attack side
Gak
has been a
smoker lah
hit and miss
mereka.
over the course of this tournament, but when he knows he's up against a half armor.
Wah, mereka tak lebih sih. Cuma mereka di match sama dia doang.
Sentinel's taking a gamble stack.
And this is where we were giving credit to PRX before. They were leading with Something's Outlaw.
Wow, waduh, bayar. Flash.
Swinging.
Nice flash. Oh, fuck. Oh!
Every single
God, bro!
is that! I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
Another moment
Apa
of
Pak? Lapar ya,
hesitation.
makan ini.
And perhaps Sentinels would have won just
Apa,
based on
Ra?
time. Stuck inside
Semuanya
the
mati, what the fuck?
Unbelievable. And it's Divide. Snapped that final kill. If he got that in second.
Yang penting menang. Yang penting menang, aduh dikit lagi itu. Timenya tepat gitu bro, gila cok. Beda berapa detik bisa menang aja, sumpah. Kena cor aja dikit aja tuh ya.
And this is another round
Kena cor aja.
to try to invest
Nanti lu ambil.
Weaponry in the hands of these Sentinels players though. This time they want to try and get
Oh,
that
fuck.
hold over towards A Heaven. Heavy stack with the bodies, a lot of util. Going to be expended here by PRX. They want to make sure that they gain control of ramp. The tap, seeing if they can bait out a response. Now giving up that space as well, going walkabouts, re-exploring in through mid, just in case. Again, they weren't playing a slow spread default. They do have to reclaim these areas. A lot of unknowns. In through B main, in through mid.
Mid, agak stuck gitu.
Jing multitasking.
Oh, terus saya kan
Sen looking
ngurusin
to
E-nya,
reach their up towards
M-nya.
A-ramp.
Mereka dia ngejagain dulu kah?
Forsaken's heard that.
Waduh, bahaya nih.
Realized that they've got bad
Dia kan
information.
udah confident.
From PRX is over towards A, so he's calling for the rest of the team to regroup on him. And they're leaving something as a lurk, which was so crucial in their win over G2 on Lotus.
Anjing, ini dia cok duelist lurk cok. Oh, dia nge-fake. Wanna try fake kah? Enggak.
The Zekas are massive.
No second.
All the way through and now sight needs to be taken.
Wow. No.
Getting ready to go as soon as they hear this.
Wah, bahaya ini, Cok. Waduh, timingnya bagus banget buat ulti.
Gonna be scattered up into the air. PRX, how the hell do you hold on to this one? Stunned up.
Oh shit.
Out. Bang. He's already regained a bit of that control and
wow, nice one, Batman.
The time is running short. PRX got to get a bit of a move on here. They need to close this kill.
Okay.
All Sentinels finally putting a round on the board.
Akhirnya Sentinel, Cok. Makan dulu cuy, makan nasi kuning kita makan ya. Makan jam segini? No way bro. Winda makan jam segini. Pokoknya aku udah nonton Winda Basudara guys ya. Aku bang. No. Aku mah gak apa-apa. Aku mau nambah berat badan.
But it's going to be a long road back to an even half, if that's even possible for Sentinels.
Also going to make it a bit more easier, though.
PRX grouped up outside A, looking to try to dodge the Sky Flash. John used that first one. No information, now uses the Trailblazer. Can they dodge that? They look to just break it with a couple.
That's a fake TP. Obfuscating the intent a little bit, and this Viper's Pit is causing problems. PRX, slow beginnings, they have often been defaulting into trying to take a bit of mid-control at the minute mark.
Yeah, and I think Sentinel's defensive setup, they'll be very happy about this one. Still full breach utility, Bang with a paranoia. They've got tools to be able to defend this.
Bang's gonna have to be that playmaker. A lot of until Nightfall coming out, sticks himself into the back of the site.
Balking jelas kita mah. Oh my god. Oh fuck, for second. Anjing ultinya ngebantu banget, Cok.
There's an ult from him on top of the Nightfall, cuts away the sound cues. They were not expecting him to stab them in that direction. Again, PRX asserting themselves fully locked down and rooted in spot onto this site. It's going to be a very difficult task for Sentinels to try and retake.
They need to clear hell first.
All the way forward here. What is that?
I didn't even see them.
Enggak, coba replay gimana nih, gue nggak ngeliat banget sih.
And two players deleted.
Mereka turun bareng-bareng gitu.
Immaculate round again from PRX. I said that Sentinels had the right players in the right position to stop that. But Jing flies to new box, something flies into the back of sight, and Forsaken ults deep into spawn, making use of the fact that they had that Fade ultimate that takes away all of the sound cues.
Semua.
How has he got the read?
Oh, kenapa sih ininya, Cok? Kenapa sih secondnya, Cok?
Just beautifully executed. Players flying into all different areas. Something forsaken. They all take a Bermuda triangle and surround the
bantu. Proteinnya mana telur? Aku makan daging sapi sama ini. Telur 2 butir. Ini daging.
Now this is an amazing map for Sentinels. Always has been. It's also an incredible map for PRX. When they played, it was the only map that PRX won, and they won 13-5. They destroyed Sentinels.
Wah, ngorbanin 2 ini, Cok.
When arguably Sentinels were the best team in the tournament at that time.
Mengorbankan 2.
So, you know, PRX have just got a style that works phenomenally well, and it's really difficult to deal with right here, and especially on the attack side. So this is tough. This is going to require something ridiculous to try to come back from.
Okay.
But this is a great start for PRX on their map pick and exactly how they would have visualized.
Let's go, Seru ya, walaupun nggak bisa mainnya, namanya juga turnamen ya. Makanya ayo main. Nanti aku ajarin. Wow, that big flash, bro.
So almost absolutely everyone here trying to step up towards it, but again,
go back, kan? Bahaya tuh.
It's been slow going from PRX.
Main Valo susah. Oh, tahu gamenya toh. Valo emang perlu banyak belajar. Iya sih bener sih. Agak lumayan juga. Perlu kayak berapa perlu kali main baru tahu. Saya nggak tahu toh. Oh fuck. Zaken, that's big bro. Come on. Jangan sampai kena tripti yo. PRX.
Bit of peace of mind here for PRX, the plan going down on top of it.
I think it's really important that PRX don't put their players in one and done positions now. They need to be playing off each other.
Oh wow, baby.
To take that fight.
Yeah,
Dragon?
Maybe a bit over eager, but he's played
Dragon?
the situation. He's played it perfectly.
Let's go.
It's impeccable. There was no cue for John to play off. He had no idea it was going to be that deep onto the line. Right around here, bang.
Oh
He made
fuck.
the long
Fuck.
pilgrimage through mid
Save.
through sewer. He's
Again.
rewarded with a gun.
Bang. Oh fuck.
There's another one on the table.
Yang dapat phantom jadi berbahaya, Cok.
Tippy tappy, happy feet.
Aduh.
Just down to divide. At the blink of an
Ah fuck.
bang.
Tripti bro.
That's gonna get a huge reaction from Alex. You can't be losing a round.
Anjir, itu tuh bisa menang, kenapa bisa kalah, woi. Main PUBG juga susah nih, apalagi ini. Kalau PUBG ya, emang apa namanya, nembaknya tuh nggak terlalu getar. Cuma kalau ada Valorant ya harus diem. Nembaknya harus sambil diem. Tergantung senjata sih. Anjing. Bener sih, lebih tepat dari what are you doing, bro.
There it is.
Ronde yang pasti menang tuh bisa kalah, bingung gua.
Falls apart in the end. PRX looking to put it back together once more. Players got to be ready that. Okay, second.
Ya kan, hampir ya.
Getting cheeky.
Agak jantungan nih.
Every round, it feels like PRX are bunched up as 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So SEN, they know that they can take space on the opposite side.
Ult's expended now with a showstopper into the hands of Jing and just snaps it to the side. Catches John in time. Satchel forwards. Gaining side control for them. It's not going to be a heaven plant. They've lost control of that entirely. It's Sentinels that
Padahal apa sih saya jadi mainnya main di ini aja.
Despite the player disadvantage.
Bang's in a decent position for a paranoia.
Lah main bareng ya. Enggak ada laptop kap, tuh komputer gitu. Oh, that's quick something. One more something. Oh fuck something.
Just swinging around to the side there. Hands himself to the raids, leaves it into this spot, good flash round towards it, but
okay, nice one. Di support saya kan hampir mati, hampir deg-degan gue, untung ada yang masih berdua gitu.
8-2, extremely powerful half. And I think a lot of these early rounds, it feels like Sentinels are expecting PRX to be starting in a bit more of a defaulting spot, but they're always running into 3 or 4 players if they try to early fight. You know, when Second takes a challenge there, maybe you could get out if there was only 1 or 2 PRX players starting towards A, but look at it again. 5
tahan,
towards A
cari off angle,
makes it tough to stop.
gunakan skill, menang. Nah,
This
gitu.
train's got massive momentum, but Second, he takes down the tip of it.
Pada mundur semua tuh jadinya terkorbankan per second yuk.
Second wave of
Go back.
Flash with no connection.
Nanti.
A bit of spam though. Bullets exchanged. Through top ramp. Both teams going to be conceding that space up, honestly, drawing new battle lines.
And if indeed PRX make the call to try to go up through B heaven here, they're going to be running into a Bucky.
Aduh, Bucky pula, Cok.
With money in the bank, actually, still 2K has opted into the Bucky this round.
Money's a bit skew-whiff all over the place here for Sentinels, but he might be able to do work with it. All depends on the discipline, and he just bides his time, holds it down.
Nice
Second
anjing.
shot.
Makanya dekan gue tiba-tiba kalau mati, Cok.
He's able to get that trade off and online. Fault line, even better. It's going to be slowing this one down, allowing Sen to try and get some bodies into the mix. Can they try and help them out? Bang, he's just drifting in and outside.
One more.
Still, one player. One
more. Oh, the Vi, nice one, bro.
Take that swing to Vi. Just drops them all.
A 2v2 though, and Guardian retrieved for Narrate. Very winnable, especially with second situation, but Narate's got to make sure he doesn't take a 1v2.
Harusnya nih, Sentinel menang nih.
Drift spots them out. Two players.
No skills on kita.
And it's not planted forward, and PRX know that they have to refight for this space. All the way forwards again, out wide. Narate was high up onto the perch. Defensive angle and a swing through. Batman! The difference maker!
Oh wow, wow, Burrito, pala semua itu jing. Batman bro. Anjing MVP di map ini dia, Cok. Sumpah dari tadi kayak ronde krusial dia mulu anjir dapet. Wow.
Deletes Narate and Zekken. Mini said it. He's got the talent. He just needs the belief. And the more clutches
so clean,
he gets,
bro.
the more belief he's gonna have.
Deg-degan, Cok. Coach Alec deg-degan anjir.
This is life, but here it is, the final round of this
Let's
first
go,
round.
man.
No switch-ups. PRX didn't broke. I try to fix it.
They still have this combo. Fadal
Trying to go
with the
Wow, bang.
has the exit.
Oh fuck, that scan.
Double TP.
Oh wow.
Satchel to just try and catch him round to the side. Now this is Sen getting into these anchor positions. Heal online.
Decision buat TP-nya bagus udah itu.
This is fast, hot and heavy. It's what we're used to here with.
Bisa kayak gitu-gitu panik orang, Cok.
Looking for the response, and now they're going to see it. And it's
Oh what the fuck? Oh fuck! Oh yes! Oh no! Oh yes, Jing! Let's go, Jing.
One left to fight.
Aduh, on fire. Jing. Sampai, wait. Spike!
Going to be retrieved. Forsaken can get access to that one, but in a 1v3, Zekken is going to have to pull off a miracle.
The spike is kind of committed.
Forsaken committed
nice one, bro.
alongside it. Matters not with aim like that. 10-2.
Wah gila, Cok. Apa-apanya
I was
anjir.
expecting explosive, I was expecting pace, but honestly, it's a score for PRX. They're playing their own game.
I was also expecting a bit more competition coming out here in this first half. Sen looking slow to begin in a map where I think they should have been able to set up some nice retake scenarios. PRX are just too sharp. Look at Jing here.
Absolutely unreal form from PRX, and they're looking to try and take away this map nice and early. We're going to be finding out the conclusion of it on the other side.
Face your death, cause you play a roulette with each step. I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again.
10-2 anjing, apa-apaan, Cok. Tadi apa yang terjadi, anjing bisa 10-2, Cok.
Take scenarios. PRX are just
Cok, gila nih anjing. 10-2 anjing, bahaya banget ini, Cok. Bahaya. Dekat woi, walaupun nggak ngertiin biar deket, maksudnya ngertiin biar saling tahu. Mana? Kita gini aja, kita ketemu bagaimana main tuh, pelajarin tuh.
Two players have been leading the scoreboard in terms of their just output as well, but it's Jing and Patman, honestly. Jing has been putting up phenomenal numbers this entire time, but Patman as well as another player that, you know, the Des has been highlighting it, we've been highlighting it. He's added this extra element that's been sorely needed for PRX for the longest of times, and he's delivering now on the biggest stage.
Yeah, you see it reflected here in the Coinbase Econ report, but I think Jing on their attack side, especially in this tournament, has just been
nggak bisa mainnya di custom apa enggak?
Some of it is looking towards the defense side, getting a bit more value from their big players. Jing, something on that half, but when it comes to attack, the pathing, the feel of the timings and entering, it's all been wonderful. And frankly, 10-2, shouldn't have too many doubts about them closing it out. Now, okay, it's PRX. We've seen the game against Liquid. We all know what happened there, and what nearly ended up losing their entire tournament run. I mean, they were, you know, an overtime away from not even being here. But generally speaking, this should be absolute dominance.
Wow.
It's definitely going to be
stuck A. Ngambil ini aja, ngambil A1.
Sure they don't lose grip of opportunities, especially when they put themselves in a good spots like this. But Sentinels trying to turn that around entirely here with a pistol round win. Easy access to the A site. There's no resistance. Full retake going to be played here by PRX, but they have given up A heaven. Screens control, a lot of it. They're going to have to start to re-clear it now.
Okay, 5-5 retake, bro. Mari kita lihat.
Second holding the flash. A refight is going to be called for, and there it is. Paranoia.
That big flash, but something coverable.
Stand up to that. And indeed he does. Wins it out. Celsius just trying to buy this time as well, wrapping from behind. He's that backup policy. PRX are not slowing down. They're not going to give you a moment to breathe.
Where are you going, bro? Come back.
With the defuse already, and they're just trying to hunt down his last remaining players. Bodyguards.
What? You won't find a better round than that from something. That is sick. He's playing anti-flash in heaven, completely shuts down Sentinel's refight, and then he rips a teleport, a gate crash into backside to follow up on the paranoia. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
That is
wow, what a flash. That's a big flash, bro.
And all set up so fast. Yeah, that's a masterclass. That is brilliant. And Sen are going to pull out those America's Stingers to see if they can turn this around, but my god, the damage has been done already, surely.
Has. The last resort at this point.
That's big from something, bro. Kena asal masih bisa dapat kill.
Chopping him down on the knees with a Guardian in hand.
Zerkin nguip banget ya, tiba-tiba ya.
They're looking to really just try and take this one.
Terus kena tuh. Something.
But again, something is holding it down. Jing's by his side.
Nah, Jing apa nih?
What? Connection. Nobody blinded, but okay.
The vibe.
Trying to turn him into mincemeat with that judge in hand.
Only one.
It's a 2v3.
It's okay. Masih bisa nih.
Get too ahead of themselves.
Review itu Zalsi slow.
But so much damage done. Won't take much to bring down Celsius in the rate.
Wow. What? Anjing, something tiba-tiba ngelurukin, Jo.
And then he's getting around all the way behind.
Didn't see him. Just through the
fast, something fast.
Paranoia is good. Blind's going to be slowing down the approach once more. Smoke in their faces. They're just trying to push them into something.
They're
just
trapped.
In case they are. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. You're going to try and fight your way out. But against Forsaken, good luck.
That force buy of the Stingers may well be the last hurrah for Sentinels here on Split.
Okay.
Last time they played against each other, 13-5 was the scoreline for PRX on Split. I think this looks even more dominant today. Now, having said that, Sentinels did end up winning.
Tajam banget something, Cok. Gila.
Sunset, which is where we're going next, but it's going to have to be a huge turnaround for this series not to just look massively one-sided. Stingers again.
Has to be. PRX up to 12 now. A lot of damage done. Jing Decay down, going to be regenning all the way back up at least partially.
Oh.
And this is a spread approach.
Anjing, mereka mau stuck, mau be split, Cok, sebenarnya, Cok. Aim ini pancingan doang anjir.
It's mainly PRX though that would do
Force buy terpaksa cok mereka tuh. No.
The rest of the split does exist.
Using double initiator utility to try to get up
Oh, enggak sentinel tuh.
But these players
Mobi split.
with light armor, most of them. Oh no,
Forwards.
full armor, but still they will go down like.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Sentinels
Wow.
run over to B main.
Okay,
and
that's
run over
big.
to Heaven as well. That's gonna unlock the site for their taking. Heal online as well.
Ntar Johnny kita mau mau buang apaan cok? Buang senjata tiba-tiba anjing.
Side by side 2v4.
Apa tuh?
First time it feels.
Saving sih ya.
First time it
Batman
feels like
saving
we've had
Phantom bro.
PRX in a spot where
Jing maju aja deh.
they aren't ready
Confident.
to go for that flood defend. They aren't up players. SEN completely in their proper spots for the post plan. But also not really that much of an opportunity to upgrade to better weapons. There's still 3 on Sentinels that are running the Stinger and bang with a Guardian. Can they get guns on the retreat?
Mau dapat kill dia tuh.
Hoping, I think, to maybe get an exit or two. Don't think you're going to want to keep the judge.
I mean, you don't necessarily need the exit kills here. Look, SEN are still saving 0 proper rifles.
Nggak dapat rifle sama sekali cok.
And there's also 9 opportunities for PRX to close this out.
Jadi mereka dapat ini loh.
Something tapping away on the keyboard. I mean, the spirits are so high for PRX.
And they can feel it. It's about as good as a beginning as you could hope for. 12-3. We're all just wondering at this point. What's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Re-clearance there with a fault line.
Oh,
trying to take
fuck.
a bit of B main control. Sentinels. They earn it, but they back themselves away.
It's a
Kelihatan.
flurry of utility on both sides towards B main, but it's PRX who are more bold.
But he's handed a freebie. Straight over here to Sentinels. Vi trying to re-clear some of that space and regain that gun. Does so successfully.
This control, though, that Forsaken's got in B main is really important.
Ya.
Going to be painting out a pretty picture now to PRX and look at the.
Udah pasti mereka stick A ini. Second udah nggak dapat info sama sekali di B-nya. Yang pasti 3 stack lah di sini.
This is going to be ending over towards A.
5 menit live-nya lagi ngenak bareng gua hari ini sih.
Wow!
Oh my god bro, that's big bro. Ketidaksengajaan itu bisa dapat 2 loh. Oh wow. Oh wow. Anjing, ketidaksengajaan
Sentinels get
cowok.
obliterated. Wiped away there on split. Not in any way what we were expecting coming in. I thought we'd have a much more even game, but they were
GG bro, terrible kill lah, lama begitu cok.
Something and Jing.
Ini bahara, race to go team. No need for 20 map. Oke, ini map PRX. Next, nggak jadi bener jam tidur kalau. Gue udah tidur banyak tuh hari ini cok, karena gue gak enak badan cuy. Makanya gue, itu nolak. Banyakan tidur hari ini.
We're going to be stepping away, of course. GB and the analyst desk going to be breaking it all down for map number 1. Do not go anywhere.
Batman, scary ya.
Scary ya.
Itu oke, man. Itu oke, man.
Ini bener sih ya. Jangan sampai diem cok. PRX-nya harus pipe-nya tuh harus dibuat plikitiu gitu. Aduh, kalau murah jahe PRX gue beli cok, mahal banget masalahnya.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Bisa dulu lagi.
Oh man, I was just getting warmed up.
Spike defused.
We now have one hell of a roster here on the floor. I am joined by the Lorax. The Lorax, how's it going so far, Toronto? Enough trees?
Enough trees.
And I'm also joined by Brencho. Josh, I thought we were casting a game so far.
I need to take a break to come down here. Play a little Rochambeau.
A little bit of a Rochambeau, and we're also blessed by the Pope once again. Sorry, Your Holiness. I need you to bless this game and also call the rock, paper, scissors for me. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So let's start with the
Gue
blessing
tersisa
first.
sama
What words
device
do you
yang
have to
bluetooth.
say?
Tersisa sama device yang bluetooth. Kenapa tuh? Emang lagi problematik banget.
Let's go.
What the
Alright, so we're gonna do this on shoot. Are you ready, Your Holiness?
bro?
Yes.
Call the rules.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Okay, a little bit of a
Ty.
draw.
Sama sahurku bisa gimana?
3, 2, 1, shoot. Tied again.
It's gonna go for a while. Go ahead.
All right. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Okay, so that's one for Brencho.
One for Brencho. Ready for the next round? 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Oh my God, okay, it's a 1-1, but at the same time, you get to sub out. All right, so I got let's do this, Your Holiness.
Biar reverse malah tetap ada delaynya walau cuma sepersekian detik.
I don't think this is fair.
Kalau yang bluetooth ya, cuma kalau kenapa ya? Kalau misalkan untuk main game yang FPS itu enaknya bluetooth, nggak tahu kenapa tuh. Karena kita bisa leluasa gitu mau ngarahin di kiri kanan aja. Ya semakin malas harusnya semakin ini. Harusnya makin apa namanya makin bagus kan, harusnya makin terus percinta harus lebih cepat harusnya. Nah kabel kekurangannya itulah aja, kita nggak bebas dengan mau geser-geser aja.
What a dominant start here for PRX. I'm now joined by their coach Alex. Now before the game you told me Sentinel's playstyle was meticulous and clean, but you guys were actually the ones that was almost flawless. So was this your game plan all along? Have they executed your vision?
Yeah, I mean, we really didn't want to rush them because we knew that they would be like super prepared for it. So we tried to make sure that we slowed everything down for this particular game. Yeah, I think they did a great job.
Thank you very much, Alex. Hopefully you bring this home.
What the fuck?
Wow, what a game we just witnessed there. This is Sideshow.
You don't sound like that's not in the slightest.
Can you do it?
No, I can't do it. I won't pretend to do it.
10 out of 10. Welcome back, everyone. Oh, wow, that was
Quick.
that was a quick one. How long was that? I went to the bathroom, came back, it was over. Crazy. In any case, though, kind of like a Verizon high-speed moment. This one is going to go to Jing because Jing just doing Jing
High
things
speed.
again. I mean, Kukuka, you heard Coach Alex talking about this team playing slower, but yet you see them do things like this, and you're like, slow is a different definition for you.
Wow.
Everything. It doesn't matter if
Itu ngebantu banget Cok plusnya Cok asli. Untung ditembakin nih. Kena lo mereka Cok, kena plus mereka sendiri Cok.
Duelist for PRX just being as effective as always. Something in those openers, time and time again, round after round. He was finding so many of those, and on the other hand, you had Batman clutching, just getting insane rounds. Yeah, it was a 13-3. What do you expect me to say?
Yeah, that was a crazy song from PRX. It was interesting because I think they did slow things down compared to the last time that they played on Split, where they were also successful, but they weren't doing a ton of
map yang paling
defaulting.
yang perlu diperhatikan tuh yang setelah ini Cok.
Yeah, there was a couple good lurks from Divide that netted around, but for the most part, it was just kind of walking around, finding some of these first picks, and then converting with really strong post plants.
And if you could see in that graphic, 7 first kills for the side of Sentinels. They only won 3 rounds. And in fact, in many of the rounds, we saw Zekken trying to go on A, trying to find the first one, and actually finding it. But PRX bringing in the chaos round after round. Also, most of the rounds, well, 90% of the rounds that they got the spike down, which we were pretty eager to do, obviously, that's what you're doing in this game, that translated into a round win. If we really think about it, the 2 rounds that Sentinels won from their defense was that 1 round from Narrate with the ultimate, very well executed, but it's not something that you're going to have all the time, and Bank going completely crazy.
It does really feel like a redo of the G2 game on Split, because, well, that one ended up being really close.
It was
mostly close because of G2's attacking side. On defense,
cuma 3 poin dong
on the attack side for PRX, they were almost perfect.
13-3.
Same here again.
PRX mendominasi map ini. Kayak wajar sih karena mereka nge-pick map ini. Ngantuk gak boleh. Di sana masih jam berapa anjir?
Look at the amount of rounds.
Emang mapnya pilihan PRX, bro. Mereka bener-bener bersih banget mainnya di sini anjir PRX tuh, sumpah. Ya wajar lah kalau mereka pilih map mereka, pilih map ini. 13-3. Next map apa? Next map apa sih?
I should have known right in there that Forsaken was winning today.
He got those gains in the gym, now he's getting those gains in the server.
And this is now a really scary position
Split
for
Sunset. Oh fuck.
Failure in Bangkok going out early in that
Oh my
tournament.
fuck.
And a lot of what the team talked about.
Ini kalau Sunset ini agak lumayan kuat di Sentinel 5 ini, Cok.
Get back into it. Players feeling a little bit tilted, a little bit off, and that is a hell of a game to lose.
Cuma nggak tahu ya.
Excellent at.
Bang udah sekeras mungkin ya.
Yeah, and
something.
if we look at here,
Do it something, bro.
Junkie T at the bottom, it's something that
297, Cok. Mau 300 aja.
Maybe we have to bring in the conversation, this changes, and bring it in the sky, and how effective it must be in any map. Like in some instances, you could even see him try and pop flash something that is just not going to work. And as I'm saying, with a team that wants to fight all the time, how quick everyone from PRX is going to go. They do not care. They're very quick in their reacts. You will not flash them.
Yeah, it's been really difficult for Sentinels to have to deal with that. What is Coach Kaplan thinking as he gets ready for map 2? We have Yinsu standing by.
Let's go.
Ahead of Sunset, I'm joined by Sentinels coach Kaplan. Now, Device Sage is such a hallmark of their identity with their Sunset comps. You've actually faced that before last year. How do you deal with his Sage?
Yeah, they only have a few losses on this map. One of them is to us when they're playing that kind of comp. I don't want to give anything away before we play, but hopefully people could stay tuned and we can teach everyone how to do it.
You heard him. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Coach Kaplan saying, hey, they're going to teach people how to beat this team on Sunset. But hey, you look at that 13-3
oh my God, Sentinel ben Lotus, man. Sentinel ben Icebox. Berarti emang berbahaya buat mereka. Gak ada pilihan yang bagus ya. Masalah PRX bisa lagi bagus-bagusnya banget, Cok. Maksudnya tuh berbagi map ini pilihan PRX banget, cuy. Mau gak mau ini harus try hard sih Sentinel menangin Sunset ini aja. Yang pilihan keduanya SEN kan? SEN apa sih di band ya? Ya sih?
Yeah, we are running it back for PRX. This Sage comp that they have been running in some variation for a very long time. That's what Coach Kaplan was alluding to. If you're looking at a Sentinels bounce back, you have to look to Zekken.
Waduh bahaya nih, Cok.
Unbelievable in their last map of Sunset against XLG. He's the guy who can bring the momentum, bring the energy to try and get them back into this game.
Menguntungkan banget buat PRX ini anjing pernah mapnya, cuy. Tahu ya? Channel apakah bring back atau enggak, cuy. Next Genji lawan G2. G2 Sport.
No one in NA plays a comp like this, so
tinggal berapa tim sih? Masih banyak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tim.
This is the opportunity for them to do it. They've done it before against PRX, as we've noted multiple times now. But this feels like a different PRX. It feels like a PRX that plays with not just confidence, but with an understanding of exactly what they want to
harus berjibaku di bawah aja. Oke, Batman Viper, Device Sage, Jingray, something Sova for second omen. John Kitty Bridge, second neon. Oke, pilihannya nggak ada yang berubah. Nerd menggunakan Fate.
Oke,
map ini 100%, cok. What the fuck, bro? Ada gila anjir. Untuk Sunset 100% anjir.
If you're a Sentinels fan, I think your spirits have to be lifted seeing Kaplan smile. They're understanding that they've got a way to try and break this PRX map of Sunset. They've looked dominant on it. They've looked quirky. They've had some interesting ideas at that, but they have been really good. A lot of momentum behind them after winning that first map of Split.
Kalau dari pick menguntungkan sih ini sih ya. Menguntungkan Sentinel sih ya, harusnya.
Do not want to step into that. Fnatic, G2,
that is tough.
Tapi takernya agak payah
as
sih.
we come in here, you mentioned that Kaplan's still feeling fairly confident, right? That he's got a game plan. Well, they had a bit of a game plan on Split, but Alex changed up everything. Started playing more slowly, threw them off their game, and absolutely demolished Sentinels 13-3.
Controller.
What have PRX got cooking here?
Brand and set show.
See if SEN have any bite back.
Apa scan neonnya di B.
Noted. Or going to be vacuumed up there. Jing as well just sends out that boombox.
Oh, stick A mereka coy.
Their way out, re-exploration over towards A. Nothing crazy.
Udah dapat info gitu loh. Di B-nya nggak pakai wire gitu. Oh, udah dihancur wire-nya. Oh, fuck. Sentinel mencoba untuk nge-control mid-nya coy. Smoke? Nice smoke. What a one way, bro. Aduh.
50 seconds on the mark, plenty of time to PRX to work with now, and they're full steam ahead.
Again, those Sentinels
nice
allowed them to
bro.
get a plant. 10 out of 12 rounds PRX were able to plant on Split.
Okay, 5v5 retake, bro. 5v5 retake. Wow, nice wall. Okay.
Scenario to be facing. All in through the back, cuts out that avenue, especially against the pistols. How the hell do you break this in time?
At least they didn't send the retake utility before meeting the wall.
There it is.
What this position, bro?
Gap into the wall, now you're seeing it. Gonna be used pound for pound. It's another slow wall.
Nice low.
Down. Retaking control.
Oh, wow, what a flank from Zelsis.
Swinging around to the side here to seize everything being used.
Zelsis, that's big, bro. Zekan! Oh, wow! What a retake! Nice retake, by the way.
Players out of their seats, Zelsis.
There's the game plan, working to perfection. Sentinels took
Gila,
a
tuh
long
big flank,
time to
Jo.
set up that
Dibantu banget, jadi ngeganggu fokus mereka juga. Scan-nya juga bagus.
Everybody had to get in the right spot to maximize value from the fault line, from the paranoia, from all of the pieces of utility that were necessary. But once they pulled the trigger, they completely collapsed onto PRX from every angle.
Soalnya gue tahu Sentinel jago, nggak wajar 3 poin di atas PRX yang pilih map. Ya bener sih. Sentinelnya juga salah satu DNA yang paling jago, cuy. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, what the judge, bro. Oh wow. Bro, dia udah nge-pick kayak gitu, cuy. Untung berdapet loh. Oh fuck. Oh, what a timing.
And a very clean as you can get. Yeah, very clean round. Sentinels giving a lot of respect to PRX though, making sure that they fully buy. You know, nobody just coming in there with a pistol looking to buy up a better gun for the bonus round. So they are going to be working with some lighter weaponry here for the bonus. But overall, it's a much better start here on Sunset, on Sentinel's map pick, than what we were looking at on Split, where PRX just dominated right from the beginning.
Move.
Jing trying to pull a little bit of attention by the look of things towards B main.
Ini tuh boleh sih ya. Jadi bisa ngefokusin satu position gitu, bro.
This one way is dangerous. You've often got to burn this Overdrone to get past it, through it. You're expecting Bang to be holding it.
Do have the Viper wall though. So
even then,
still going to be used.
You can step in front of this Viper wall. You can't.
Ini mereka bisa ngefokusin yang nge-clear yang kanan dulu, baru yang kiri gitu.
Tepid, tiptoeing up to the mark, just spotting the shoulder. Bang.
Okay, kena bahu.
Bit of damage.
Aduh, shotgun Jo.
Is that bait and switch setup? We'll see if there's U2 going to be used to clear the corner. Still Forsaken wants to send it forwards here. TP of his own. Trip gone. Taken out, but no control towards elbow, and Bang finally reveals his hand once more from that angle. Paranoia swings forward.
Aduh, maju banget. Forsaken. Okay, something this one.
Open arms with the rifle in
Oh
the
my
hand.
God.
Only just accounted for, and he has picked up Pac-Man, and that means main control is theirs. PRX, they commit to the plant.
It's a weird situation. The retakers
Posisi sih udah bagus ya. Buat mereka buat PRX. Ah, what the fuck? Mereka stick sih.
No, they need to make a play. The weaponry's bad as well from SEN, and they are slow.
Stick mid, bro.
Aiming to be meticulous.
Trying to take the first fight.
Ah, fuck! Go back! Go back! Go back! Something nice. Ah, what the fuck? Jing.
Quick collection with a turn.
Ah, what?
Quick snap to the side from the right.
What is that?
Energy for Sentinels here.
As dominant as Split began for PRX, it feels like the same the other way around here for Sentinels. They are really in control of what's happening. Funneling PRX into these A site hits. And then being really cautious as they group up for retakes. Any kind of push out is getting controlled.
Sentinel is on fire.
Already Alex is hitting that big red button. Tactical timeout being called after only 3 rounds here.
Tactical timeout.
And there are so many other things that PRX could be doing. They don't have to be ending every round over towards A. And even if they are ending rounds towards A, maybe they need to get coordinated with some plays. You know, bait out, take some position, and then refight them. As they're setting up, you think about it, there's got to be a time where Bang is holding Paranoia and John's holding Stun where you might be able to catch them. But it's a narrow window. Alternatively, you know, you don't have to opt into the A post-plant fight.
Sure.
That's where Sentinels want to take you.
Go in a different direction. As you said, trying to find that gap in the timing where retake util is primed in the hands of the Sentinels players, and it's not the guns being played. PRX are good at that. They love to increase the tempo.
Let's go.
But today it has been slower.
It has been slow. Yeah.
And honestly, even that post-plant aggression has not been as explosive as we've seen from PRX in some of their other games. I think they really on Split were trying to play counter to their normal style to throw Sentinels off. This round they're coming in with only 2 stingers.
Yeah.
So really this tac timeout is going to be based on the next round, for round 5.
Based on the next round, used to settle.
Cek info di situ ada orang.
Yeah.
Nggak ada.
Jing, if he takes orb here, if he gets a kill or dies, he's going to have Showstopper back for that rifle round. You're also looking towards something. We'll have the Sova ult online. So big tools for them to be able to work with next time around. But once more, a little bit of B main and back into A. It's the same game plan in all 4 of these rounds.
A high-low set up to receive. Drones there. Stun going to be used, both stuns in fact, overlaid after
Waduh. Hampir kena semua.
Everybody gets out in time, no damage onto the PRX boys.
Big delay, bro.
The one way.
Pawan infonya tuh.
So good luck trying to get past that when you don't have a drone anymore.
Exactly. As soon as you burn the drone, that's one of the primary ways, arguably the
Setiap
only way
kedengeran
that
kalau bakal ke mid.
PRX can safely take A main. So even though that util battle feels like it favored PRX, in reality, I don't think it did.
So up through mid they go. Risky, haphazard, but here we go. It's a one-way setup. Jing! Into the slow, Zekken not to be denied his own. Into a 2v3 here. Spikes drop down, but it is smoked off, so Forsaken can reclaim it. Safely for now, 24 seconds left, plenty of time to get the plant down.
And look how passively Sentinels are. They're not going to cross this line until they're sure that the plant is down. They're never going to give an opportunity for Patman to walk up and get a free kill. Very disciplined from Sen. It's going to be tough for Forsaken to pick them apart.
Okay, this should be big.
Almost unexpected.
Ya, ketahuan dong infonya.
Hop into safety. Checks himself away. Smoke going to be blossoming now.
Oh, wow.
Just a bit of raw spam there into the
What a spam.
Batman versus the world in a 1v3. You can hear it jumping around. Zekken willing to put his life on the line.
Oh, NT.
In the end here by Sen.
Really disciplined. I
think
that's the first word you've
karena permainan dari Sentinel nggak tahu ya, mungkin karena
they are really far away,
lagi ngus banget gitu ya, PRX apa kayak gimana gue juga nggak ngerti. Untuk tempo sih kecepatan, cuma tahu ya. Mungkin karena emang mereka mikirnya, oh gameplay gini. Ya betul, mau udah cepat itu mungkin PRX.
Now this is the round where Alex took the time out to try to get PRX back onto the right track. See if they could get the train going again. Jing and something's ultimate.
Waduh, udah set up di ini.
And normally this B main noise is a fake. Every round they've been putting a bit of noise B main, throw down the boombot, and then they group up A. It's not a fake this time.
Waduh, nice.
Reinforcing, gathering, rocket, finds it back and more. Jing can't be stopped. All the way through, and he wants a little bit more. 3 on the board for
Okay, Jing.
And there's 2 left alive. He's going to go hunting. Paranoid.
Ace.
1 left to stand.
Jing Ace, come on, bro.
The crowd wants
Can you do it, bro?
Feel it. A rumble on the stage.
Scan.
Does not want to give it to him. He's hiding towards pillar. 4 and 1. Still plenty of money.
Something.
He definitely could go for it. He should go for it to try to limit the economy of PRX.
Bang drifted in. I know where he is now, closing the door straight up.
Lari dia, Cok.
And Jing is gonna hunt.
Running him down. Pac-Man to receive. It's a bit whippy. Intentional. He's just trying to give him the kill.
But I don't think Jing's got the time.
Segitunya anjing gak mau dapat kill.
Thanks, I think, gonna live this one. Ridiculous. He's somehow managed to escape Jing. Jing's got it. He's trying to get it. He's not got the time.
Good.
I mean, he ruined the clip anyway, didn't he?
Yeah, that's not getting into 60 seconds.
He's a coward, Bang, a coward. Incredible entry. What a rocket. Perfect, precise, catches Zelsis around the corner. Immediately on top of Zekken, who was also running away in case the showstopper was going towards Market. That's the kind of entry.
What a rocket.
Yeah.
What a rocket. Wow, what a rocket. Parah banget Sentinel kalau gitu Setsujin. Kok parah sih? Kasih lah maksud gue tuh. Kasih anjing Jo.
Shoulder spotted. Sees the bullets. He knows he's getting some sword and
Gak mau ngasih ngasihin AC itu.
Holding close now.
At this point, I think Sentinels have to read that this is real B main again.
Surely.
Yeah.
The Hunter's Fury is going to be in that back pocket still, dark. Going into the back.
Oh wow.
He's amazing on the entries.
Entry-nya bagus, mantap. Beautiful movement.
TP though, reinforcements arriving. Bang is just trying to get into the action and the fray.
Wow. What a fang from. Lulur. Nice wall. Nice nice off angle.
And he's semblance of control over to the round,
Back.
but he's given up entirely at this
Safe.
point.
It's so good.
So PRX spent those first 4 rounds with a little bit of pressure towards B main and then instantly regrouping A.
Masih ada ulti, masih ada apa, nggak mungkin menang, susah.
They'd thrown a haunt, they got Bang on the deep A line. Bang
Wow,
was
masih
controlling
kena
all
lawan.
of this space right at the start. And Sentinels started moving the defensive rotations over, but they still weren't ready for it. Second's job was to try to control that push, the entry from Jing, and he just couldn't deny it.
Critical 1v1.
PRX nggak mau ngasih.
And again, it's Jing coming out on top. He's been immaculate. This might be a gun going down.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Bang ended up getting that kill, so holds on to the rifle. That's going to be fairly critical, actually, for the Sentinels' economy.
Yeah,
we're still going to have a rifle round.
Exactly.
But this, I mean, Zekken starts shooting while Jing is still moving, and because the first bullet doesn't land, no bullet doesn't slow down. He's in the kind of random spray component by the time he's taking a fair fight. If you miss your first shots, Jing's all over you. Give him an inch, he takes a mile. He's 7 and 4. And his team's only got 2 rounds.
Different look for PRX.
What is this trip over towards upper mid? They spammed to try to break the normal trip.
Bang.
But this one's wonky.
It leaves a gap, but it's safe from the random
Bang, dia bakal membinasakan semuanya? Gak tahu ya.
Trips are
Bentungan subuh gini. Karena untuk PRX sih.
Yeah, but it doesn't. He can only lurk on the left side. He can't lurk on the
Apa
right.
kabar Julian? Baru nongol. Bang! Oh, NT.
Here's the gap. Just the one, and there's the gap.
What the hell is? What is that? What the hell is that wall, bro?
Noise pressure being made. Rez, save for a rainy day. Jing straight.
Anjing. Anjing lurking partman ini gila sih kalau terjadi gila sih, so. Wow. Nggak ketahuan loh. Harus nge-clear plank dulu nih. Mau nggak mau, ya nggak sih? Atau nggak maju ya, confident maju. Udah. Oh, Zelsis. Clutch? Oh no. Lah.
I mean, everybody decided to follow Batman into score there.
Gue kira bakal planting, tapi nggak planting kan?
By that trip, and you can see why Celsius is going for the trip.
Jun kalau mau nobar bisa ke ini cok, bisa ke Discord cok.
That common trip that gets placed in top mid, and it also would dodge a shock dart if something threw one in. But actually, it opened an avenue looking at properly. They need to be monitoring that timing, and Batman found the avenue to be able to get behind and win the round. And these slower paced rounds where they're not just sending it A have been working for PRX. So hey, why not change it up?
Sedang perjalanan menuju alam mimpi, alamak. Kelihatan tuh. Tapi nggak kelihatan sih. Oh, itu dia tuh. Kena flanking. Gimana tuh? Sekarang nge-scan tapi di smooth.
Catches Batman very early, and that's the main guy that's been doing the lurking for PRX. So now I think SEN are going to be feeling pretty fine about this. They've got Cam watching over towards B main, Trip towards top mid. A small gap in market, but
mungkin ada yang sembunyi di smoke itu bisa diiniin ya. Anjay gila, mereka stuck nungguin ada yang maju apa enggak. Wow.
But again, the discipline that I was talking about, there's a fine line between being disciplined and
passive. Baik, cuma nggak pernah nge-flip lagi gue gara-gara udah masuk ke episode 13. Bisa 13 gimana ya? Maksudnya?
Very heavy trust in the retakes. Now, that did not work on split. They won 9 out of 10 post plants, PRX.
Gave Jing the plan, he would have a showstopper, but he wants to keep the gun out for now. And taking a fight towards the back net. Does connect.
Nice team. Wah gila. Listen is so big, bro.
Skipping and hopping. Second
is on fire. Save.
Flagpole going to be pounded into the site. This defuse is stuck to half.
I mean, something is just looking to save his gun at this point. He's not even trying to win the round. He knows it is unwinnable. That's another perfect
udah sama dua lagi maksudnya. Oh. Udah masuk episode 13 karena episode cinta. Iya deh. Ai. Moga langgeng ya? Moga langgeng lo buat bro. Mana PJ-nya? PJ. What a retake, bro.
And then if you try to play disciplined post plants, they're just
malah ngelamun cok, denger kayak gitu anjir.
At this point need to be saving big pieces of util. You need to be saving if you can showstopper, paranoia. You know, these things that are going to be able to counteract.
Big tools, you say that and they've just sent it. Letting it rip, fault line's going to be slowing down Jing. To deal with that trip, broken for now. Into the corner, closes anything! Zekken has not been accounted for. He's still overstaying, still tucked to the side. Shorty!
Wow, Zekken. Ace? No. Oh. Overhit, jangan overhit. Zekken, tahan. Oke, 3v3 guys. Pas Faber lagi nge-rap kan. Dulu lagi ada tesnya, gue gak enak badan cuy. Waduh, apa sali?
What a contact play through the smoke.
Left wondering as well when a rate could be, but it's a beautiful play for PRX to get set up into this one. Patman and the off angle.
Hampir harus getar cok. Oh fuck.
52 health.
Yeah.
Missing.
Skinny miss.
Give it flustered perhaps into the moment. PRX not leaving anything for chance. They're doubled up here. Backside control. Someone with a dart to get their acknowledgement. That's what they were looking for, and the rate is just left wondering, stewing, wondering how to win this possible chance. But he's spotted the ball. Time is running short. Time is running dry. It's ticking now. The rate has got to get a move on.
Waktu. Oh. Ada gue lihat tidak pun sedap nih. Alah, wabil.
PRX in the 3v3 make the play that they need to. Wandering out through that smoke, because what was going on here? Not anticipating how close Zekken was holding. Forsaken anticipating that everybody was going to be playing backside. A cute little wall as well. Be able to take out John, but it's this walkout here that you're watching. Something and Divide together through the smoke, and Divide wins a 1v1. PRX are getting themselves back into this game. It's a 1-point lead right now.
Wrangling control back. Trying to make it even.
It's a trip and a cam watching for the mid lurk this time. So Zelsis is trying to ensure that there is no opportunity for Pac-Man to go on a wild lurk play. But to some degree, why would he want to do that? He's got the Viper ultimate to work with here. He's still going to go towards mid, though, with the rest of PRX grouping up in B.
Yeah. Late backstab by Pac-Man, perhaps, but PRX are going to be hitting the go button here. Util's going to be used, though. As soon as that nade flies forwards, up and over, orchestrates pretty well that PRX are going for this.
They're a big fan of using high ground angles like this. You haven't heard the wall, so you might not be thinking about it, because it's normally Divine that's going to be looking for these kind of angles.
Dia udah siap plus itu.
Holding the paranoia, that's going to be off the contact of Zelsis. He's tucked himself into a forward position.
And if you wait too long, John will have
harus komit cuy, 40 detik.
Race position as well. They all know this is going to be going towards B. There's a smoke. Paranoia does connect.
Flash, saling flash. Oh wow, John Kitty. Divide.
Collected here for SEN. And the res, yeah, there's no collecting those bodies either. There's no raids. Backstab we were talking about.
Several.
In sight, and now he's just keeping them collected, corralled into a corner. C's not going to be connecting, but he's got the spike down with 15 seconds left. There's nowhere to go at this point.
Very nice defensive utility from Sentinels.
They've
got the right read now. I think they're really in control of the information game. You know, there was one round where they let Pac-Man completely slip through top mid.
Ya bisa-bisanya gue ada junior di UKM yang namanya Kafka juga. What the fuck?
And this time, Faultline denies.
Kafka cowok apa cewek ini masalahnya nih?
And Paranoia is great at denying phase 2. And here, Jing just tries to get through anyway, hoping that everyone would be blind. He's just gambling on the fact that everyone is going to be hit by the Paranoia on both sides. This does seem like a good round, though, to go for a bit of fade B and try to catch somebody alone on the A side of the map. You know that Sentinels have been kind of cheating the rotations over to B and leaving kind of one person pushing out. So, a bit of pressure towards mid.
Hampir.
Hot shots taken. Zekken is quick to get the hell out of there.
Oh, fuck.
But Narra's just holding it down. That A-lurk shut down. No more threat of the wall going up. Res in sight, though. Divine might be looking for a play towards this. In fact, the whole team grouping up to take this space. Very important that gets broken, but okay, Satchel forwards. Jing doesn't hard commit. Try and take out Bang. They want to try and... Sentinels not willing to concede the space. They're still trying to make a go for this. Want a bit of raw spamming through the box to try and defend.
Wow, no.
It's Forsaken who's the one who's going to be going down.
Device Ultimate makes sure that this is only a 4v5.
I don't know if they know about this. Must have heard the Satchel, but do they expect Jing to be up on top of the box?
But that Prowler's not going to tell him anything.
And he's going to take that timing and take it! Wow! Jing!
He's amazing!
He's cracked it open! The A side should be theirs, but there's still 2 players left unaccounted. How do they make a match the side of PRX? Getting cold feet here. They have lurks on
This is where PRX need to be regrouping, I think. You can't have Pac-Man and Jing be playing off on their own like this. Just group together, use the Viper ultimate, try to close out the round.
Okay, belum selesai.
And should have a safe avenue to the rest of the team.
Very important.
3.
And Jing, he survives. So danger probably averted at this point.
5 bullets. Commits to the reload, though. Plenty more to work with now, but he has to jump into the corner. What is that?
Oh, that is absurd.
This guy is so good, bro.
That is truly ridiculous. And it's left Zekken in a 1v3.
Anjir.
Which he's not even going to go for. 13 of 5, having a great game.
Anjing, cok gila, cok ni orang,
It's
cok.
all Jing, all day. 2 rounds out of the 5 that PRX have won, coming straight from Jing. I mean, one of them set up really heavily by the rest of his team too.
Anjing.
Beautiful snipe onto Zelsis.
Dia sendiri cok ngebinasain mereka berempat, jir, what the fuck. Itu bisa kenapa lagi, mana cerita aja.
Up inside the one way and then utilizing the fact that he knew Narrate had missed him with the Prowler. And then he just touches
Lagi kena hasil gitu ya.
wonky spot. And listen,
I need to see that again.
I mean, you're only going to hit him if you go for them.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Wow.
I respect it. Stands up. Nowhere to run. Yeah, okay.
Have we got any developers in the building?
Kaget tuh.
I mean, that is crazy, isn't it?
That's shock and awe.
Selalu sama kakak nggak tahu cowok. Mana Sentinel nih? Lagi junior cowok yang namanya Ayato, what the fuck cewek lah. Cantik nggak tuh Kafkanya? Gede nggak? Apanya maksudnya? Badannya gede nggak? Tinggi nggak dia?
Keeping Sentinel's players anchored for now.
They've just got such a nice ult combo to win this round. You know, Showstop has been amazing at opening these places up. Jing's got that over towards B main.
Is Bang going to be tested, assuming they just pull the trigger on it?
Well, I think it's also Bang to try to get out and live.
Here's it now. As soon as you hear that one voice line, everybody's going to be scurrying away, evacuating.
Fire in the hole.
Access now towards the site here, trapped up.
Chip damage, but no more. And here's that Viper ult.
Here it is.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
there's going to be a blight on the map now.
Wow, nice ult.
Should be clearing this one up ever so slightly. Doesn't clear the back of the site though.
And it doesn't hit Patman, which is huge.
Hold up to a degree.
What a wall bang.
Praying for a connection. Wall needs to be dealt with. Finally broken.
Harusnya posisi for second nggak ketebak sih. Waduh, kena stun itu.
By that stun to the side, seconds all the way in and through, but unaccounted for Forsaken. How long do you bide your time? Chooses to just take him out now. So to deal with the rest of the team though, and they are flooding in. Fast now, Sentinels trying to get out.
Aduh, something getar.
And access and control is theirs now for the side. That final round earned
7-5.
And every round that
Malah dia nggak tinggi-tinggi, masih di bawah 160 lah tingginya.
Blasted right from the beginning, setting up for the retake and executing it perfectly.
Kafka.
Look at them.
Makanya pasti pecinta. Pecinta Honka Impact ya.
And then the Viper even falling as well.
Atau nggak HSR ya? Namanya Kafka cok teh. Atau nggak Wibu. Wow.
Esports is a $2 billion industry now, but it all started in dingy basements and cramped living rooms.
From how the pros train to how the money flows, this G2 and MasterCard series breaks it all down. 12 episodes, packed with insight and lessons for anyone looking to understand the world of competitive gaming. Ready to learn the game behind the game?
Stay tuned for what's next. You won't want to miss it.
Zuri is the first of the second. Oh, cantik sih anaknya, pakai kacamata, rambut agak disemir warna ungu. Alah, benar semir warna ungu, cok. Soalnya kalau kalian pakai jilbab. Beneran suka Kafka dia kah? The hell, bro. Orang mana tuh kira-kira dia? Orang mana tuh Kafka ya? Kafka asli Depok kah? Ah, Rapli, mana aja kau anjir? Baru bangun kah?
Yeah, again, you can see it reflected here in the Coinbase Econ report. I mean, especially on Zekan's side, going 15-6, but I've been masterfully impressed with what Jing has been able to put forward on the attack sides.
Mana sih aslinya? Oh, aslinya orang Kalimantan. Sekarang tinggal di
going on defense, because I think so much of Jing's impact is based on how he's able to find
Kafka asli Kalimantan, re.
entry player, and Zekan on the Neon is going to be really heavily supported again by Narrate and John. The double initiators and the style of Sentinels often fits Zekan as the spear, but
baru bangun bang, gue soalnya nge-gym sama lari jadi tidur harus cukup. Wah, mantap cuy. Saya hidup sehat ya, bangun pagi ya. Bangun subuh lebih tepatnya.
See it reflected. I mean, he's 15 and 6 so far.
And going for the
Mereka stuck nih, anjing, what the fuck, mak?
It's going to be a big face.
5-4 di mid semua anjing.
Clash of potential bloodbath.
Enggak, ini 5-5 yang di mid semua, coba what the fuck.
Yeah, it's Jing. Just waiting it out. He sees that cage. Sailing sky high, and it is walking contact plays, but a jump spot might have just ruined it all, spoiled the surprise that SEN were going for. Maybe not. Gonna see it now. 3, 2, 1, and a swing!
Wow! Something!
Ready to collapse. Still
What the? So fast, bro.
The teammates in PRX. Blinder of a pistol.
Hampir.
An ambush that completely caught the rest of SEN.
Oh.
And Celsius is getting bullied out of his
3v1
position towards mid, pushed further and further away from the spike. And with only 45 health
Ada kamera BTW Celsius.
body shot from Jing would take
Kamera Celsius.
everybody on PRX grouped up as well. Forsaken going for a little bit of information.
Sniffing them out.
Kena swing. Ini bangun karena mau tahajud. Alhamdulillah hidupnya halalan toiban dan sehat sekali Rapli ya sekarang.
Mainly opting into the sheriffs, the ghosts that are super effective at this kind of range.
Just dissected, aren't they?
Now that's,
Wow.
that's a gross beginning
Smooth.
from Pat.
Just something.
Realized that he got that kill through the cage. But yeah, they couldn't have landed any better. Both teams going for mid, and a massive trap from PRX. The spider waiting in the web.
Yang di notice alhamdulillah. Ini ya. Menjadi 10 betul tiba-tiba ya.
And I think it bears talking about that we saw Sentinels looking really dominant at the beginning of this map. And that's dissipated quite a lot. It's now looking like absolutely anybody's game.
Dare step into the cage. Bots trying to face up. Potentially set Forsaken up there with the judge.
Ketahuan. Infonya ketahuan tuh.
This round, though, I mean, massively favoured towards PRX. An opportunity to build up towards some of these big ults.
Sentinels putting their bodies on the line here. There's no trade, obviously, with the slow place down. You can hear it. And a good reposition by Pat. He didn't get any accidental kills. Devi's ready to help him by his side. Spikes in the middle of nowhere. Not retrievable here, so Celsius. Again, the easy way or the hard way?
Nah, apa yang senyum betul, Ci?
Try to build up their ult. I think that's one of the key things that they should be thinking about. Looking towards giving it to Patman, I would imagine.
Bye Sentinel Bundle. Bye Sentinel Bundle, bro.
The course of the rounds.
2 kali juara.
Defensive setups that you wouldn't normally be able to run.
Oh, nomor 2 di champion ya.
Paying attention as well to Patman as to where he puts his Viper wall. You see this one at the moment, but there's also a pretty common one that we're seeing teams run.
Celsius is.
He survives for a moment.
Desperate to
and they're looking to try to keep him alive.
If he gets the plant down, he's still going to get value, so you do have to kill him.
There we go. And you can still plant even if it's in the.
Jangan sampai mencuri Doi menjadi pulsa M3 lama.
They did definitely have to deal with him there. In the end,
jangan lagi cok kayak momen ini kemarin cok. Momen tim Lipi kemarin.
Clearly, I've got a pretty good on the defense side of this map.
Apa nih?
A lot of it as well can come down to the retakes. This Sage
Alamak.
really useful for that if you play
Udah di-upload kah?
The Sentinels have got to think about how they want to set up the rounds in the first place, and then also how they want to play the posts.
Ini udah di-upload sama Rapi cok.
Ready for some kind of mid fight.
Cepat ya, bang ini bang momennya. Mana ulang tahun, ucapan ulang tahunnya mana itu?
Fault line held just in case. Slow orbs already going to be used.
Gitu aja ya. Ini penentuan.
Slow down the inevitable approach. Really, Sentinels are going at a bit of a glacial place, but might be turning their sights up towards the top section of the mid. Fault line, no connection. Patman not slowed down, not stunned up. Second, he's right in your face.
What the fuck?
He's looking for the follow-up. Bank just can't get it. Then the wedging was placed.
That's rough.
Ooh, sharp. Wow, so sharp.
It's grasped it with both hands now. Full control of market and the front of the site now. Access for Sentinels.
Incredible play from Narrate to get them back in.
Off angle, Narrate.
Yeah, could be beautiful with the positioning and even better with a crosshair placement.
Narrate.
He's pulling out something. Deep Seas flash in your face, going to be blinded up, but he has control, and it just makes this hold that much easier here for Sentinels. Out wide, facing into many of them. Blast spotted something. There's not much you can do from this spot. Got to scurry and save.
No time.
Yeah, it's important that he saves it because Divide actually forced into the round. Only 700 credits on Divide. So keeping this rifle really helps the economy. A massive round from Narrate there. Looked like Sentinels had squandered this one. Slightly better eco. Came in, they ran a slow mid-take trying to feel out, I think, what the defensive setup actually looked like. And as they committed through, they went for like a market pinch where you tried to pull the mid player towards market and then you pop through top mid. And it looked messy. Very messy from second and back.
He's not ready for Jing.
I mean, Bang is walking into that angle backwards because he's worried about the other side of mid. He's worried about somebody pushing his own smoke. The hero, especially that second kill on Patman. Turns the round in Sen's favor.
If he doesn't do all that, wind is out of the sails for Sentinels. It's a bonus conversion for PRX.
He keeps his team in it.
Again, all eyes on either side here, down towards mid. Smoked off for now, but calling for the 3.
Mana katanya Rapi pengen putar wele 2 biji.
So PRX had more than just a singular body trying to take that fight. Do it together.
Okay.
They end up on the better side of it.
4v3.
Divide winning that with a bulldog. Second swinging, nobody else to try to support Narrate. So a little bit out of sync there, Sentinels. And we've seen that across 2 rounds now, despite the fact that Narrate was able to save the previous one. Now he's gone, he's dead. 3v4, somebody else needs to step up now for Sen. Good stun.
Yeah, it's good to push taking off that line, but immediately the paranoia is going to be used to try and get him straight back in. Smoke fades though.
Wow.
Still opportunities are granted for these kills.
Oh.
It's decent movement enough. Zeltas actually does manage to take out something, so putting a bit of a wraparound here. Forsaken is the one that's been put in a pinch.
Hasn't been able to find too many kills so far this map, Forsaken.
Just steps out wide enough for
Zelsis.
Now a 2v2, very winnable for Sentinels.
Tinggal pikir kalau di sana ada.
PRX not quite aware of the gaps in defensive play that they're putting up.
Okay, Batman and the Five. Ada slow, ada molly, ada smoke.
Walking up now, steps up. That's a jump spot now. Spotting these players out. Slow walk. Way ahead of it.
Zelsis!
Takes matters into his own hands.
Zelsis, bro.
Beautiful round there.
Beautiful
from the
bro.
emotional leader on Sentinels. Gets himself into a lurk through top mid, and they needed a hero after this first play. The 2 young guns from Sen got chopped down early. Zelsis decided to get his way in, play off John, and shut the round down. This is now 2 rounds in a row, though, where Sen have had a sloppy beginning.
Let's go.
Back up.
Yeah, 2 rounds where they've managed to capitalize. And I think that's going to be especially tilting for PRX, because you're doing stuff right at the start. You know, your game plan off barrier rip is good. You're getting into an advantage. And then, I mean, personally, round 15, I think that's just Narrate hitting nice shots. I don't think that's a mistake from PRX too much. This round, though, they did leave a lot of gaps. And so you're seeing the tactical timeout called and Divide doing a lot of talking there.
Let's see.
I'm sure Alex has got enough to say as well. But PRX economy is now going to be crumbling a little. Only 1 rifle able to be afforded.
It's in the gutter. Timeout was fading away there as Alex is just venting.
Yeah, I don't think that was. I don't think that was to the players, was it? I think that was to Mindfree.
Just to clear up the misconceptions that might arise.
Yeah, he's normally very calm when he communicates to the players, and then he takes it all out on his desk. It's a bit like Kaplan, fairly calm when he comes to his players, and then he beats the crap out of Cubert.
Oh, poor Cubert. 2-round lead though for Sentinels, and they've got that economy advantage. Usually going to be converting into a round win, so
we actually saw really fast timing when they were on defense. It's Forsaken doing something similar.
Doesn't have a long range gun, it's just a Bucky. Looking to see if he can punish here. Plenty of players for that mark.
What a flash. That's a big flash, bro.
Jinx up onto the high ground angle.
Dapat satu, kena trip.
Players ready to receive him. Takes down the one. Zelsis is going to be out of action now.
No smokes.
Needs to be watched for. No smokes though.
Yeah, no smokes over towards spawn. And Forsaken's on the flank with a fucky.
Even committed here. TP forwards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh!
No way!
That's how you get value out of it. Beautiful play by Forsaken. And now that distraction being made in the race.
There.
Into a turn. Spins. 180 all around. Second. Looking to receive a couple of bodies. Other end of his outlaw. Sightline.
Oh, fuck.
He spots it with a jump peek. Sets up jump for it.
Oh, hampir dapat.
Almost makes a good go of it.
Gila sedikit banget cuy di sunset jing.
And ensure that the better economy wins the day for Sentinel. That one got a bit scrappy, little bit tough. I can't believe Forsaken got value on the flank.
Itu kalau Bang dapat sih, main sih. Kalau Bang nggak ada, Bang dapat di kill tadi.
On top of the other box. I mean, mad play. But good finisher from Zekken there.
Wow.
He's having a blinder of a map. He's got 18 kills already in 17 rounds. This round, though, almost everybody on PRX has their ultimate to be able to work with.
Patman, it's instinctual from him.
Check busy, bro.
Goes up. Bullets go into it. Clear game plan.
And this now puts a bit more pressure towards Bang, because with the trip disappearing on A, you're worried. Oh my god, and another sick
Jing
shot.
and Padman.
PRX on top form.
Well, you haven't even forced out any ultimates here from PRX either. So this one's just a bit of a GG go next.
Yeah, scattered into the spawn just in case there are players creeping up onto the gaps. We can see. Bang's there. Forsaken taking a bit of a jiggle.
It feels like PRX are trying to go for the same level of discipline.
Anjir sama-sama ini cok. Over angle anjir.
Brains luckily saved by the wall. Paranoia forwards. PRX just need to make sure to not leave any gaps, mistakes to be played into.
It is quite a committed
something.
And like I said, they're all playing alone.
I don't want to get too worried here.
Forfeit.
Advantage should be massive for them as long as they play with that discipline here.
John
John has an ult. Could look to expend it. Still has a slow and an aid in through the back.
Oh wow.
Easily dealt with.
Oh nice, the buy.
Safe pair of hands of him.
And still no ultimate forced out from PRX. That slow nade combo was brilliant there. And PRX have cut this one down to an only 2-round lead. This next one, got to
PRX punya banyak ulti itu.
With so many ultimates all around the map.
One enemy remaining.
Very clean shots though. Now, having said that, I just set up a really explosive round. Didn't realize that Sentinel's economy,
anjing sama-sama punya 4 ulti, what the fuck?
Is not in a spot where they can buy again.
I mean, that's bizarre.
Yeah, the economy was kept honest the entire time.
It begins.
So 4 stingers.
I'm out of here.
And honestly, a win here would be to force out some of those defensive ultimates.
They group up. TP forwards. This is aggressive Forsaken. Forsaken! There's another second player though.
What the fuck?
Is trouble, but it was a big one to find. Zekken is gone. To follow suit, and he's just missed the timing. Stinger in hand, not exactly the weapon for the job. Crazy play to make against a half-buy.
But with Forsaken taking that timing down mid, I think what's now going through Sentinel's head is, well, who's defending A? Because usually it is Forsaken with a one-way on A, and that's allowed John and Zelsis to just walk up. A is being played pretty heavy for retake right now.
Wah, kepancing mereka, cowok.
Is beautiful. They're so worried about A, the Bang and Narrate, the other part of the duo,
the push and the pull,
can just wander in.
They've got it now. The B side is theirs. Narrate is the one with the spike though. Can't overstep too much, but
they really want to pick.
Oh my god, man timing, cok.
They need something, but it's been spotted out here. Stinger in your hand, bang, just about gets around the corner.
Now Zelsis.
Timing Zelsis bahaya banget nih. Oh, nice shot, man.
That's an unlucky one.
A bit of a spam on top of it, so Bang's going to be found here. Narrate forced to just get back a little bit. Still Forsaken is up. They're going to have smokes to just block off main.
Ini kalau flanknya berhasil, bakal lebih gila sih. Dapat info.
Yeah, deal task for them. It's one way up now, and that backstab, as you mentioned, has
Masih ngurus flank dulu. Dapat senjata tuh.
Here it is, roll of thunder, push them back and away. PRX tapped for that one. They were hoping that it would pull out a bit of the big tools. And now running forward to try and take the play. Cannot get it done.
No!
The war chest for Sentinels, but it's
Oh my god, Zelsis got...
So I was talking about
Wave,
a
bro.
silver lining. A win in this round might be to expend some of the defensive ultimates from PRX. And yet PRX come away without having to use a single one of them. Still 5 ults in the back for the defenders, and they creep ever closer to an even game.
Wave Zelsis near.
You can see what SEN were cooking. They thought if they expected the breach ult, after having killed Forsaken on the flank, maybe Zelsis would be able to clutch. But it wasn't quite good enough. And now Kaplan, he's going to look for his own input into this game. Sentinels take a tactical timeout to discuss what the next game plan should be. And I think you've got to realize at this point that PRX has been playing A for retake. Like really passive retake setup. It's not even like they have a Cypher that's going to be giving them some information. There's not trips, there's not cam. They are just playing off-site A. And maybe they'll swap it up for the next round, but I would imagine Kaplan's got a bit of a read that's going to try to play with that.
Time is ticking here. It's PRX with a driving factor, taking map number 1. We're not in elimination territory, of course, but it will send you toppling into the lowers if SEN cannot get a grip back. And I know that sounds odd, and they're sitting at 10-9, but the ults are flowing right now for PRX, and they have been in control largely.
And the 2 ultimates the Sentinels have are situational at best, I would say. Yeah. You know, you need a pick for Zelsis to be able to win around with his Cypher ult. And Zekken, most of the time, he's going to be getting more value with the rifle than the Neon ult either.
Go.
Jinx goes straight down the mid, rocket in your hands, and you are no more. Zelsis obliterated, turned into pink mist. 21 seconds, bang.
Okay. Oh, hampir.
Get this guy out of here. Narrate to John.
Hampir TDS lagi tuh, Cok.
To find themselves the likely contenders to be able to do so.
He's going wild, bro.
Extend the bleeding.
Just chilling at this point, I think, is advantageous for PRX. They can allow Narrate and John to leave because there's 2 free reses. Defy, though, is actually going for the info himself. If he had died there, wouldn't have been able to res Jeng, but all good. They get themselves into a 2-player advantage. And again, by seizing control and tempo of the round with that fast dive down mid, a little bit reminiscent of what Forsaken went for previously, they've put themselves in a great spot. They did use almost every ultimate.
Low banget, Cok, jangan kitilo.
But as long as they can clean up,
Oh, Nara juga low.
have crushed the economy as well.
Narrate and John tiptoeing, hoping that somebody will offer them a lifeline. Head on the chopping block, Patman. Not so likely. So I'm going to be caught by that seize as well. A bit of spam and
Wah, bebas anjing something, Cok.
Watching him for the back there. And now PRX look the score. 10-10 here.
Just so good from PRX, bro. Timeoutnya malah menguntungkan PRX, Cok.
On top of it. This is a rough position to be in if you're Sentinels.
To be honest, it's a weird setup.
Dapat info loh.
They raise ult down mid right at the beginning. They Viper ult into B main, and they send the Sova ult all at the same time. Literally on target. Just decide to pop every ultimate that they have available. And Sentinels, their economy's not great. 4 players with light armor, 1 player with a stinger, but it's Zekken who still has his ult as a backup. Senna looking to go A again.
Yeah, this is 5 players grouped up.
Look how
Jing is all the way down middle.
It's doing again, bro.
Straight in behind them. Knight falls forward though. They want to take this one fast and loose. You can't afford to make mistakes at this point. If you are Sentinels, Trip's going to be triggering Zelsis. You don't know why, so you got to hear it now. The rumble of the footsteps in your face. He's primed and ready with a rifle in hand and trying to take that fight with the util. It's perfect. The timing could not be better. Zelsis wants a little bit more. Can he stun this push off from the flank? Defy!
Okay, something. Nice Defy.
This guy now taking control of the situation.
Bang.
The Sentinels still on the site. Bang! Remove something from the picture. In through the back shot.
very decisive.
Taking care of Forsaken.
Making sure that they delete the players in front, so it's only Defy as a threat. And he's left in a 1v3. Walled himself off even from going towards elbow. So SEN, they persevere in what was a scrappy, chaotic round.
Kejar-kejaran gini bro, asli sumpah.
Should be able to give them the information about how quick PRX were down mid again. With 2 players, not just Jing, sending it in tiles, but Devi also following up. And the goal there was that it feels like only 1 player on the flank, and then Devi's able to come in unexpected. But because Zelsis instantly used Cypher ult, he just got perfect info as to where everyone was.
Yes.
Love this starting point. Perfect from John.
Stunnya bagus banget, anjir.
It's just that usually Jing's already got the kill.
Enemy remaining.
11 to 10. Tension in the air. You can cut it with a knife at this point. Operator in the hands of Devi.
And he's looking at, is he going to try to wall up at the beginning?
Oh, this is going to be crazy, surely. What's he going for? Just a bit of a pre-fire onto the cam. Sentinels not slowing down at all. In through elbow.
What a stun, bro.
Collateral damage in through. No damage to be dealt. Something is taking it alone. No coordination. PRX getting antsy, getting frantic.
Nice Batman. That's big Batman.
And maintain the team's composure. Devi
nice wall.
reinforces one of the gaps.
I mean, the pace of the whole game has increased. Batman finding Zelsis in mid as well, and now finally a breather. But there are so many gaps around the map that PRX need to fill. A Devi could get caught. The more aggressive he gets.
And as wall fades too, he's going to have to commit. Yeah, playing a further back line and angle. Too many unknowns on the map right now for PRX, and it gives Sentinels free reign. Contacting, not necessarily something you want to do when you're going up against an operator, but
there's also no smokes, so no matter what, they're going to be taking risks. It is going to be, there are always going to be openings for Devi to take this shot.
Oh fuck.
Posted. Oh, yes,
timingnya cok.
One way propped up on top of it. That's going to be the fault line. Clearing the way. On to a degree, but
30 seconds
entirety of the site now theirs, and there's a reflank occurring. PRX from behind.
Ooh, no,
He's going to be buying it. He's time with the seas.
Nice Devi. Oh, dapat info 2.
The pincer maneuver is almost complete. It's just second left alone to try and pull off a miracle with a
wow.
defeat. There's absolutely no chance he could win that one. 11 to 11.
There's a great call in this round from PRX where they decide to double up and push mid
Kejar-kejaran gini cok.
really late in the round. They had no retake utility. And they had a snake bite and like a heal. That's it. And yet, they still, by putting 2 people on the flank and Devi just locking down angles with his off, managed to crunch Sentinels on the site. And the economy's not looking good again here for the Americas team.
Waduh, terpaksa force bayangin. Ini kalau kalah Sentinel benar-benar brok loh mereka cok, sumpah. Waduh bahaya ini cok. Harus menang ya mereka ronde ini.
Forsaken going to be retreating, trying to play a bit of a further back position. No one's watching his back in through the elbow angle. He's got a lot to account for here. Just trying to break some of that util as well, so it doesn't get cleared all the way out. And wow, really just overstays onto the line.
Dapat Jing, dapat 1. Wah udah nih cok. Wah udah nih, fuck, brok banget mereka anjing. Oh no, this bad for Sentinel bro.
Sentinels are watching this map slip away from them.
Jangan troll, tolong PRX.
Looked like they'd rebounded after getting flattened on split, but they can't put it together here on the attack side. PRX were playing a retake. They cleared mid, looking for Zelsis in the mid round. They know exactly where he is now.
Doubled up, leaving nothing to chance. Time played, but yeah, with discipline like that.
Aduh, miskin banget tuh.
And it's match point.
Susah sih. Tahu ya nih ya. Time out sih, time out please. Sentinel butuh time out cok, asli.
To defend that. And again, value out of the wall. Devi's always got these tricky little spots to work with. Sentinels have been force buying in quite a few of these
force buy, yeah.
With stingers or bulldogs. And now the money's just dead. It is just dead. It's the final round, the last opportunity for Sen to stay in the upper bracket. And they're going to be working with odds and ends. A bargain bin thrift store buy. Trying to cobble it together like Tony Stark in a cake. They got nothing. The recovery in this half has been amazing from PRX. They made the right adjustment. playing full retake A for a lot of these rounds, and yet still catching SEN as they hit the site. Playing just the right amount of pressure to grab a kill onto Zekan, for example, and then have a player advantage.
It's a lower bracket you do not want to get sent into. The competition is heating up heavily. G2, Gen.G, Fnatic, any sort of manner of opponent you want to avoid for as long as possible.
And look at the buy. I was alluding to it earlier. Second with a stinger, narrate as well, with Zelsis. And only a sheriff out here for John. The best weapon, bang with a bulldog. This one, it looks done, it looks chalked. How are SEN going to be able to get this into overtime?
Heavy group up once more. This is all in from Sentinel.
Oh, what is that?
At a moment's notice. Flash avoided.
Oh, no.
Is there.
Wow.
It's taken out. No one to deal with a haunt over the
Dapat satu
shoulder.
senjata.
And that commits into it.
That's such a valuable weapon to upgrade to as well.
Rolling Thunder now, it's available.
Biggle.
Lays siege now to the other side of things, but it did not catch up to the buy. Propped up on a perch of his own making.
One more ult.
He's been so good. He's been so good with these walls.
And now he's going for a little bit more. Slowed himself in the process, can't really overstep.
Bang's paranoia here is amazing when the retake begins.
The re-flank occurring for Forsaken. Going walkabouts with something himself. Smokes are going to be dropped down here. Patience is called for from PRX themselves. Slow and close. Trying to play time and bait out these shots potentially for them. The range is going to do a lot. Right now.
Oh, something. That's big.
Finally deals with it, but again, the trap is triggered.
GG guys, GG guys, GG guys. It's so hard, bro. This is so hard, bro.
And it's up to the captain. It's up to
Oh.
Stinger in hand.
5 SP.
Flash. He's got
Loro.
a supplement. He's going to run him down. It's a full stack. Not even for Sen City.
Oh no.
What an incredible way
Anjing, enak banget itu cowok.
John did what he could and
Gue pernah ngerasain tuh cowok anjing kalah gara-gara diffuse anjing. Pepper is going upper final, bro.
A much closer map. But
Map anjing itu, fuck. Itu gila sih, itu yang pertama yang kedua itu gila sih. Nothing stop PRX, bro. Track by track. Let's go.
Amazing in their attack half, but I got to give a lot of credit to Dubai and how creative he was getting with his operator, popping on top of those sage walls. Really nice stuff from PRX here today, and they go forwards.
Fnatic lawan Sentinel, astaga ini satu pertandingan yang paling saling sulit kayaknya.
Meeting up with Wolves.
Dua tim yang pernah menuju grand final zaman dulu.
That we're seeing here in the upper bracket final.
Ketemu lagi.
remarkable stuff. Toronto just a tournament of unexpected moments.
Oh my god, track bro. Sentinel kalah, cok.
They will be facing off
On
against
PRX.
Sentinels. They are sent tumbling down.
Berpetapim.
But it is a death pit.
It is. It's tough.
Dang, what you doing, mate?
Sentinels are going to be facing up against Fnatic.
Holy whip.
That is a really
Batman was
difficult
spraying
game.
well.
Other end of the spectrum, you could argue, but you know, you go from
High sense up, by the way.
coaches and then against another.
PRX was gonna be fire, yes, cok. Anjing, PRX lawan Wolf anjing. Aduh. Salah satu orang yang paling sulit juga untuk dilawan nih. Yang gue lihat ya. Atau apakah PRX bisa melanjutkan perjalanannya atau ada dihadang keretanya di Cina? Tapi nggak tahu ya, kita lihat aja. Semoga menang. Perasaan gue PRX menang sih. Cuma nggak tahu ya, nanti lihat aja nanti.
All aboard the PRX train here. What a win from now. I've never had the opportunity to interview Patman before, so I'm going to quickly distract you for a second. Thank you. You've got me. Jason's got me. Patman, very quickly. Now, your teammates, they're very used to this. They're used to being the fan favorite. This is your first time. How are you dealing with all this craziness?
Sorry?
How are you dealing with the craziness of all these times being the fan favorite?
It's just new to me, but I need to get used to it.
Are you having a nice time? Do you like this?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's like I'm part of the family, like everyone here is family, you know. I can see a lot of pink jersey wearing, so yeah, it's so fun to be here.
Oh yeah, they're all supporting you here. Now, one more question before I let you go. Well, take a quick selfie. That's going to be worth a lot of money, so you know, the Patman selfie in here in the arena. But while you do that, Patman, now, when it comes to your confidence on stage, a couple days ago, Jason was telling you, stand up, join me. And you said, I'm shy, I don't want to do it. But you did it today. What gave you that confidence?
I think it's very helpful for the team as well. Like if we hype ourselves, so I need to do it for the boys, not just for hyping, you know. I need to be confident and feel confident with the boys, so everyone will feel confident as well.
Well, you're not just doing it for the boys, you're doing it for them as well. Follow me. I want to get a quick word with Forsaken. Forsaken, you got your revenge against Sentinels. How did that feel?
It feels great. Let's go, Jason.
How good? Give me more of an emotion.
It feels amazing.
Amazing. And of course, Forsaken, it seems like now you're one of the leaders of your team. Do you enjoy being a leader of this PRX train?
Enjoy, of course, because I mean, of course, it's gonna be hard for me to IGL and get frag maybe at the same time, but I'll always trust my teams, you know. So even though I don't need frag, I just have to be a good leader, you know.
Yeah, we trust you as well. One last question. Can you say something to the passengers of the PRX train?
Track by track, guys. Just keep supporting us. We're gonna go far, okay? Let's go.
Track by track, baby. Woo, let's go, PRX.
Holy moly!
So close.
Yes, that's how close. What do you mean? Were you not seeing that?
We can't see where is he because Forsaken was facing the other side.
Dude, it was basically like
0.01.
How are the comms in that moment when you were so close? We're speaking about the victory moment, right? That diffuse, because people cannot see it. You can see it in the screen that we have down there.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, by the way, everyone, we have Divide here on the desk. Give it up for Divide if you guys don't mind.
Thank you.
Those Sage op kills were a thing of beauty, my friend. First things first, congratulations. Here's the winning moment with you and the boys, and it had to have felt incredible to be able to get this win. But not just get the win, you got the win off of a 12-3 and then a squeaker, Map 2, breaking Sentinel's hearts. How did that make you feel, man, getting that revenge?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, we watched the VODs and we knew that Sentinel is very good at Sunset. So we knew that their retake is good and we were struggling, as you guys can see. But thank God that we also kind of good at retaking on the defense. So
kunci menang lawan PRX sih tensi anjir. Mas banget diwawancara anjir. Bukan malas, emang konsepnya kayak gitu, Jo. Mereka nggak fokus aja mau nulis ini, tiba-tiba diwawancara.
Those mistakes. There's many occasions, right, when we see you guys. I would say characteristic at this point when you are having a 5v3 or a 4v2 and you guys, you start going one by one. How do you bounce back from that? Because those are just mistakes, right? But how do you bounce back? How do you forget that and move on?
I mean, it looks bad. You're talking about the split round, right? I mean,
There was a couple.
But we had worse games against Liquid that day, so this one we kind of used to that. So we just said it's okay, boys. Just one round, so we just continue. I guess it's just classic PRX, you know.
Oh, classic. Well, you want to talk about classic PRX. Let's go ahead and take a look at that final moment there because it literally came down to a squeaker. This is it. John was flying in for this. He had the Sheriff in hand, and he just starts unloading in front of him. And there's your boy spinning away, and he managed to hold it down. And that had to have been frustrating for John, but it had to have felt absolutely
Sakit banget anjir sumpah. Nice smoke by the way by ini, Cok. By Forsaken.
I mean, honestly, we were just praying for playoff, but I guess now we exceeded our expectation. So I guess it's time to win the whole thing.
Time to win the whole thing? Hey, yo, I don't know if y'all heard it. Divide said it's time to win the whole thing. I mean, all I'm going to say is this. I talked to a couple fans in the venue. They asked me, who you think is going to win? And I was like, look, if PRX wins this, I think they're going all the way. So I feel good about you guys right now because you're not just showing the obvious PRX talent that we see all the time. But we're seeing a lot of good fundamentals. We're also seeing you guys really work together. Is that a product of more coaching with Alex? Of course, the consulting there with Minnie. We talked to him earlier. What's that about?
Yeah, I think we try to balance things out. Usually we used to play just pressing W all the way, and I think people are getting a lot smarter nowadays, especially all the teams in Masters. So we figured that it won't work if we keep doing the same thing. So yeah, just a little bit of passive and like teamworky a little bit.
Assalamualaikum tuan. Kayak apa PRX?
How are you enjoying the game?
Kayak apa PRX? Express izin masuk peron anjay.
Gone against some of the teams that we have.
PRX is going up for final. Defeat the Sentinel.
Not to specific teams, but
And then the next
Suits you better.
station is Wolf Station. Can PRX going to the next station
They like a different
or stop in Wolf Station? I don't know. Let's see.
We don't mind aggressive, but
At 20 June.
Exactly. You want to face to face.
Yeah, we want to have
Become a little iPad baby, you know, hitting your buttons.
We don't need another brimstone, you know. So, yeah.
Hey, and look, I do love my boomer stone, but I get what you're saying.
Ayo, dapur main nggak?
Before I let you go here, you're going to be facing off against the Wolves. You've seen this team. You've seen what they bring to the table.
Mungkin yang tadi itu cuma wawancara-wawancara ini aja, yang inti wawancara itu di sini aja.
They did better than us against Genji. So
Try back track, boys. Let's go, boys.
They have
Let's go.
who's also Malaysian, so I'm very happy for him. Like it's been a while, so to have like my Malaysian
Coach
bros, you know.
right?
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I mean, I hope that it's gonna be a good game and hope.
Oh, jadi pemain Malaysia juga di Wolf.
Particularly going up against or just the whole team?
Probably.
Genji lawan
I think
G2.
Spring has been playing really good, so.
Wah, sulitnya Genji itu cowok lawan Genji. Lawan Genji sulit nih cowok Genji cowok lawan G2 anjir. Dan lawan fanatik pula.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the type to stand but I have Forsaken, you know. So I think I'm good to go.
You should chime in. I think
Maybe I
at least
will
just
try.
stand up and do nothing.
Do nothing.
Tell you what, off camera.
We'll see. But it's okay.
You have time to think.
Yeah, of course. If they have Sufat, then we have Forsaken, you know, both with the bicep, you know. So
exactly.
I mean, he might be a little bit bigger right now, but it's okay. Forsaken is Forsaken.
Yeah, no.
Forsaken is Forsaken.
Then you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go. Divai, I want to thank you so much, brother, for your time. Always a pleasure, and congratulations. Give it up for Divai. Give it up for PRX. Incredible stuff, but that is going to do it for us here today. We thank you all so much for tuning in, and of course, we have plenty more Valorant coming at you tomorrow.
Interviewnya bagus banget sudah Vecok, ngomongnya lancar banget anjir.
Take care.
Thank you.
W uncle. Gila nggak ada arko akurnya cok. Genji masuk lower cuma mau ngurusin lower aja itu.
China going up against the juggernauts from the Pacific in Genji.
Dua biji dari tim Amerika, dua-duanya di bawah. Kita lihat Amerika yang mana lebih kuat.
Genji still holding numbers, still looking unfazed. 35 seconds, the time's gonna start running low.
Gila, gua nggak bisa bayangin cok. Bisa-bisanya kalah anjir. Genji lawan Wolf cok. Di comeback loh.
Spring can't do much to deny this. Gonna get a good chip on the cross, and there's Juicy now being rewarded. That's probably gonna be a one, but it's done. Juicy doing well. Good control, good confidence.
Wow, Juicy.
And out texture, you're damn good. But I think this might be a little out of your means here. Wolves are
It's crazy bro. Juicy is crazy bro.
He takes the space off the back, and now here.
Assalamualaikum tuan, izin masuk peron.
Anjing.
Maaf, izin masuk peron.
Izin masuk peron nggak ada.
My God!
Mau main tidak? Mau main tidak?
Waduh. Sepertinya aku mau tidur karena aku sudah mimpi indah.
Karena aku sudah mimpi indah.
Tapi gue mau cocokologi doang nih.
Apa?
Sabar. Gue buka bracket dulu. Sabar.
Iya.
Mungkin loh,
Mungkin apaan?
Ada kemungkinan nih. Dugaan gue bener nih.
Kenapa?
Oke, udah update. Nih. Gue bisa pastiin satu nih. Sabar ya. Gue harus konekin dulu.
Anjing?
Mana? Bentar. Oke. Besok dulu. Lihat, bisa lihat di PC. Jadi gini.
Apa nih?
Cocokologi gua.
Cocokologi ya.
Genji di sini bakal menang.
Kenapa?
Karena apa? Dia sumpah, gue ngeliat di match ini dia ngepur banget anjing.
Ngepur.
Sumpah, bukan Genji banget mainnya.
Iya sih, kelihatan sih dari pas Wolf itu kayak bukan Genji banget mainnya.
Ya, itu bukan Genji banget masalahnya. Nah, gue makanya kenapa gue bisa taruh dugaan kenapa Genji bisa langsung ke lower. Dia cuma mau bantai lower doang. Nih, Genji masuk, Sentinel masuk. Udah habis itu main di lower final, naik lagi, entah ketemunya PRX atau Wolf. Gitu doang nih. Paling ntar historinya balik lagi. Nggak jauh-jauh dari master sebelumnya.
Tapi
ada kemungkinan loh.
Dugaan gua Genji emang gitu. Cuman tapi tipikalnya dia masih kesulitan pas kalau ketemu antara Fnatic atau Sentinel. Tapi G itu jangan salah loh, Cok. Itu tim-tim jago juga anjing mereka itu, Cok. Walaupun sebenarnya cok sih.
Kalau misalkan gua ngeliat dari mainnya G2 sama PRX kemarin, gue bisa naruh dugaan kalau misalkan G2 lagi underperform banget.
Ya sih. Karena nggak ada Teo. Teo-nya kurang tuh.
Dan lu tahu sendiri Genji mainnya kayak gimana sekarang. Lebih ngeri anjing.
Rapi dan juga
justru
itu.
Fnatic. Nah, justru yang bracket bawah nih. Bracket bawahnya agak susah dipredik.
Ya.
Cuman gue bisa naruh dugaan kalau misalkan Sentinel yang masuk.
Oke.
Karena dilihat dari gamenya tadi.
Sentinel bagus mainnya. Fnatic juga susah, Joy. Soalnya kalau misalkan semisal ya, Fnatic menang lawan Sentinel, otomatis Genji bakal kalah. Karena apa? Ya kemarin kan udah kebaca tuh permainan dari Genji-nya. Dari ketemu Fnatic.
Ya makanya kalau misalkan gua naruh Fnatic di sini, otomatis kan yang di sini kan keulang lagi.
Iya betul.
Awal-awal playoff jadi balik lagi, makanya ada kemungkinan kalau misalkan Sentinel yang naik.
Kemungkinan ya.
Main di sini lawannya Genji. Ada kemungkinan ya kalau misalkan dilihat dari stratnya. Cuma nanti di sini, nah ini udah pasti lawannya antara Genji atau PRX. Karena kalau misalkan dilihat dari Wolf juga emang lagi agak ngeri tim Cina tuh. Karena kita juga underestimate sama tim Cina.
Wolf Esport ini memang bantai-bantai di Cina, cuman jarang masuk aja ke internasional. Salah satu tim yang menurut gua kayak ini tim bakal bersinar.
Potensinya bagus.
Ketika awal mereka bisa ngalahin awal mulai ngalahin IDG berapa kosong itu dengan cara permainannya itu bagus banget sih. Cuman ketika upper final gue takutnya mereka penyakit Wolf ini ketika udah upper final atau lower final mereka banyak whiff. Itu yang gue lihat di selama permainan mereka di Cina kemarin tuh.
Karena ya gue juga karena gue nggak ngelihat match Cina juga ya, dan gue juga terlalu underestimate sama apa namanya sama tim Cina lah. Makanya gue juga kaget waktu pemilihan tim di playoff. Kok tiba-tiba RRQ mau ngambil Wolf gitu loh. Emang sepadan po, gue bilang. Oh ternyata emang ngeri. Bahkan RRQ pun dibawa pulang anjing.
Iya. RRQ pun kalahin 2-0 anjir. Fnatic masih bisa dapat 1 poin mereka. Ini Wolf Esport cok, gila anjir. 2-0-in tim-tim apak anjing.
Yang di 2-0-in Genji pula.
Iya. Oke, RRQ oke lah, 2-0 nggak apa-apa. Tapi kalau Genji tuh agak wow. Di comeback lagi, Cok. Tengok tadi permainan mereka anjing. Mereka sampai menang loh Genji. Di comeback
di situ. Makanya di map kedua ya berarti ya tadi ya.
Pertama juga.
Oh, gue ngeliatnya di map kedua. Di map kedua tuh emang bener-bener dia kena comeback. Bener-bener kena comeback banget. Soalnya gue cuma sekilas ngeliat kan. Oh, si Genji udah menang secara poin. Kalau gue lihat, kok ternyata malah Wolf yang menang.
Itu dia.
Kenapa kaget? Oh iya bener. Cuman emang kalau misalkan dilihat dari fragnya juga emang lumayan sih mereka.
Wolves ini attackingnya bagus, jujur aja. Attacking mereka bagus.
Apa sih tadi mapnya?
Map dari Wolves and Genji itu ada Split sama Sunset.
Ya Sunset anjing.
Nih,
tuh gila.
Genji udah bantai-bantai, Cok. Sumpah Genji udah bantai-bantai di defense. Tapi di attacker nggak ada, cuma dapat 1 poin doang, Cok.
Tuh gila anjing.
Attacker mereka cuma dapat 1 poin doang Genji, Cok. Attacking mereka gila, bener-bener gila gitu, man. Ketika di Split. Nah, Split di sini Wolf malah kebalik. Mereka bagus di nih? Di
defense.
Di defense. Attacknya sini. Ntar yang atasnya itu. Oke. Ya di defense. Bagus banget mereka di defense.
Berarti emang gila-gilaan. Mereka tuh. Mereka dari awal udah belajar tim lawannya gimana. Oh yaudah, terus kita ikutin lah ibaratnya gitu loh.
Benar.
Makanya gue juga kaget kok misalnya tim sekelas Genji tuh bisa kalah.
Makanya.
Gitu loh.
Unik ya kan?
Makanya unik tuh. Gue pun kaget. Ibaratnya.
Gue kira tuh Genji bakal menang lawan Wolf, sumpah jujur. Gue nggak bakal. Gue ngiranya tuh Wolf tuh kayak, alah Wolf nih mungkin karena RRQ doang gitu ya kan. Anjing kalah Genji, what the fuck.
Makanya, penentunya di sini nih.
Yeah.
Besok nih, gue mau ngeliat besok antara Genji atau G2 yang pulang. Gue mau nonton di Genji-nya doang nih. Gue bisa naruh feeling Genji yang masuk.
Oke.
Karena otomatis di lower dia udah all out. Pasti bakal all out.
Pasti bakal all out.
Nah, yang di bawah nih, gue masih belum bisa naruh
yang mana menang. Sengit sih, gue yakin sengit. Tapi kayaknya hati-hati juga sih. Soal Fanatiknya walaupun istilahnya dibantai, mereka bisa ada kesempatan comeback. Itu yang gue ngeri sama Fanatik.
Bisa.
Mau berapapun itu, mau 11-3 kek, mau 11-5 kek, ada aja potensi mereka buat comeback. Bingung gue. Nah, Wolf ini mirip-mirip. Cok. Dia ngebaca permainan Fanatik kemarin gitu pas ngalahin Genji. Dibaca sama mereka. Dicoba lakuin sama mereka.
Pasti dilakuin emang.
Wah, gila, cuma gue tuh belajar cepet banget. Tim Jok brengsek emang.
Pokoknya besok 1 slot. Nih, gue cuman cocokologi doang, bukan kalau misalkan emang beneran ya udah. Berarti emang sesuai takdir. Cuman gue nggak bisa. Cuman gue naruh prediksi kalau emang Genji yang bakal ngamanin 1 slot. Buat di lower quarter. Nah, yang lawannya Genji, nah besok gue nggak tahu siapa. Tapi di sini, ini masih tanda tanya besar.
Kalau Genji lawan SEN kemungkinan besar bisa menang Genji. Tapi kalau Genji lawan Fanatik agak sulit sih.
Oh, itu imbang. Itu imbang. Nah, makanya penentunya itu di bawah. Besok siapa lawannya? Kalau lawannya Sentinel udah jadi makanan tuh.
Kalau lawannya Fanatik, waduh.
Ini kalau misalkan dibawa lower final ketemunya Wolf lagi, mati udah.
Tapi bisa jadi.
Selesai.
Wolfnya bisa dibantai. Bisa jadi. Nggak tahu ya.
Ya bisa jadi Wolfnya malah ngebantai PRX dan akhirnya di sini malah jadi challenger Pasifik lagi. Nggak tahu ya.
Benar.
Atau malah di sini nanti tiba-tiba Genji lawan PRX. PRX-nya dikasih menang, dikasih naik. Ya nggak tahu ya.
Nggak tahu ya.
Kalau misalkan Genji udah bosan menang nih, dikasih naik kan.
Tapi nggak tahu, Cok.
Nggak tahu.
Firasat gue PRX menang sih, sumpah.
Harusnya.
Permainan mereka tuh kayak nggak kayak tim-tim lain, coy, sumpah, coy. Yang gue lihat ini, coy.
Justru PRX baru ngeliatin main benernya tuh sekarang.
Iya, potensi mereka tuh buat bisa dapat piala tuh tinggi banget, cuy. Cara permainan mereka pas ketemu siapa?
Gue mulai ngeliat potensinya PRX balik lagi saat lawan TL. Tuh bangsat.
Tim Liquid. Itu sedikit aja kalah itu udah.
Itu dia bener-bener nge-build mentalnya di situ aja.
Iya benar-benar. Build mentalnya di situ banget, Cok.
Makanya dia bisa dengan PD-nya lawan Sentinel tuh nggak tanpa ragu.
Dua sih, cuy. Menang lawan tim Liquid plus menang sama G2 yang ngebantai mereka terus.
Oh iya, bener.
G2 tuh musuh terberat PRX ya, sumpah. Jujur aja, Jo. Dia nggak pernah menang lawan G2. Tim luar mungkin.
Itu yang ngebantai dia.
Iya.
Terus Sentinel dia cuman buat ngulang sejarah.
Iya.
Sama kayak TH kemarin. Gitu doang.
Sentinel ini juga sebenarnya mereka G2 sama Sentinel sama-sama revenge. Sama-sama revenge ini mereka berdua. Cuman bedanya di sini Sentinel nggak ada tense. Yang ngebuat mereka menang kemarin tuh lawan PRX, jujur aja tense di situ. Banyak ronde krusial tense yang ambil gitu pas lawan PRX.
Ya, hyper carry-nya tense. Bisa gua setujui kalau misalkan hyper carry-nya Sentinel emang di tense.
Ya,
sama Dapper
ya. Ketika ketemu PRX ya, kalau yang lain nggak tahu. Tapi kalau ketika ketemu PRX, aku lihat cara permainan yang paling bagusnya mereka ya itu si Tense itu, coy. Kombinasi sama Second.
Ya pokoknya Old Sentinel lah.
Yeah.
Old Sentinels itu benar-benar gila. Cuman gua akuin PRX untuk saat ini build mentalnya udah
kuat banget, coy. Udah paten banget. Tapi jujur, Cok, mereka tuh dari kekalahan, kan? Mereka tuh berawal dari kekalahan, Cok, sumpah. Dari bawah banget, Ji.
Dia buat bayar penyesalannya dia nggak master Bangkok.
Iya sih benar.
Dia juga punya dendam.
Di Pasifik kemarin dia bener-bener di bawah. Pelan, makin lama makin naik aja. Tapi itu lah, gue gak tahu ya.
Makanya kenapa sekarang PRX dibilang itu kereta, track by track. Itu dari bawah terus ke atas.
Iya. Pelan-pelan gitu, Jo. Maksud gue tuh kayak emang bagus sih gitu ya. Aku jujur aja, tim-tim yang istilahnya aku lihat emang bener-bener mereka tuh dari bawah, entah itu dari Amerika atau apa. Nggak tahu kenapa bisa aja masuk ke final dan menang gitu. Salah satunya jujur aja EG. Evil Genius itu dari bawah. Awal-awal dari bawah. Di Amerika juga dari bawah.
Oh iya, Genji nggak masuk ya sekarang ya?
Genji kemarin juga dari bawah, Cok. Waktu zaman mereka bisa yang master itu, Cok. Itu bener dari bawah juga mereka.
Ya sekarang Genji juga naik pun ketolong si itu siapa?
Texture.
Tekstur. Terus si siapa
tiga
lagi
sih,
lupa gua.
Manskin sama Texture sama Kairon, tiga itu sih. Foxinan sebenarnya bagus nih loh ya. Cuma masih butuh build tambahan lagi mereka itu, cuy.
Itu Texture gila anjing mentalnya, sumpah.
Sangat.
Cuman nggak tahu ya tadi nih mereka
tadi di Sunset yang hidup cuma Texture, sumpah. Jujur aja, di Sunset yang hidup cuma Texture. Permainannya ya nggak bisa dia nggak carry sendirian ya kan. Ya lu lihat aja dari ininya, cuy, dari apa namanya, dari dari match overviewnya itu Texture kill 44 anjing. Di Sunset dia waduh kill 25. Oke lah, As ngebantu supportnya, killnya juga bagus dia. Tapi itu Texture 298, Jo, ACS anjing di Sunset.
Gila sih emang. Tekstur tuh wah gila. Mentalnya build banget. Cuman kadang hahihi, kadang ya begitulah anjing.
Tapi di dua map ini hidup mereka si teksturnya, Cok. Yang enggak hidup banget tuh si Manskin sama Foxy9. Manskin, aduh, penurunan banget cara mainan sama Foxy9. Biasanya kalau Manskin Manskin ini apa namanya power up bisa bantai-bantai, bisa bagus tuh Genji menang mainnya.
Iya sih.
Tapi aku lihat tadi kayak si Manskin underperformance, Foxy9 juga. Malah pemain baru yang malah gue lihat yang si As itu yang malah ada potensi.
Justru As itu dia kayaknya telat buat
Iya
nge-build
sih.
mentalnya.
Telat sih ya benar.
Karena terlalu gimana ya, kan dia juga joinnya tim, ibaratnya tim nomor 1 nomor 2 nomor 2 Epic
ya untuk tahun
jadi
ini.
nggak terlalu yaudahlah agak santai aja gitu loh, nggak kayak kalau PRX kan kayak Batman kan hitungannya juga masih baru. Nah dia tuh bener-bener di-push tuh mentalnya anjing.
Gila anjing tuh Batman baru tapi segila itu mainnya cok.
Itu wah gila, itu bener-bener Batman ngeri
cok, asli anjing.
Jujur gua itu Batman mentalnya udah dapet itu.
Lah kemarin pas lawan G2 kemarin dia yang jadi MVP cok. Lu bayangin aja.
Makanya
nih
tadi pun
3-4 kill cok, what the fuck.
Coba kapan lagi itu kalau emang bener-bener nggak di-push mentalnya sejadi itu, wah nggak bakal PRX kayak gini lagi anjing.
Iya.
Ini mulai balik ke prime-nya PRX nih anjing.
Iya benar.
Cuman gue melihat ada mulai penurunan mental nih dari seseorang nih.
Beneran mental.
Ya udah kayak agak kurang lah mainnya. Jing kalau nggak ditemenin duelis kurang dia.
Jingnya kalau nggak duelis susah deh cok. Masih untuk ngepermainannya. Tapi kalau di sini pas dia udah udah lu rest aja. Waduh bantai banget anjing. Kok tengok tuh cok. 271 anjing tadi pas lawan Sentinel.
Jing tuh gimana ya dia? Dia agak kurang kalau misalkan nggak ditemenin tuh.
Iya sih.
Nggak ditemenin duelis sama something agak getar dia anjing.
Iya. Tapi pasti sunset tadi tuh gila cok dia cok. Jujur aja.
Itu bener-bener langsung dipaksa anjing, paksa hidup.
Kota 1 lawan 4, 1 lawan 5 anjing sendirian di A brengsek, sedangkan timnya pada di mid, pada di B. Udah lah kalian ke aku B aja, aku biar ngurus yang lain ini kalian.
Bisa lo dapat 4 tuh lo.
Itu dia Cok, itu bingung gua Cok. Maksud gua tuh lagi kena stun, lagi lompat kena pala tuh gimana anjing.
Itu lo yang gua pertanyain anjing.
Nah itu.
VAC moment.
Itu. Jadi kalau sekali bantai banget, tapi kalau sekalinya apa namanya nguif banget.
Allah.
Bapuk banget Cok.
Jangan bunda, sumpah.
Cing ya.
Yang pas masih group stage di Challenger tuh.
Aduh kontrolnya parah banget Cok.
Nggak ditemenin duelis, buset dah anjing, kagak gerak tuh dia.
Iya. Bener-bener kagak gerak.
Secel pocong anjing.
Secel pocong.
Kan. Sumpah.
Kena pala lah, masalah gue tuh kayak baru masuk kena pala mati udah.
Secel kepala, buset dah anjing. Gitu amat anjing entry-nya. Cuman gila sih.
Iya, PRX bro. Ini aku lihat dari track by track gitu sih. Ini kalah lawan Genji sih yang kalah lawan Genji sih yang ngebuat mental mereka naik lagi Cok.
Setuju anjing. Besok ini gue nungguin lusa dah anjing. Nih match wajib ditonton anjing.
Masih wajib ditonton.
Tanggal 20 nih match wajib ditonton, PRX lawan Wolf.
Wow.
Upper final nih anjing.
EWC.
Cuman besok gue butuh nonton juga nih.
Lah PRX.
Butuh nonton buat Genji sama G2 nih. Gue naruh harapan di Genji sih sumpah.
Tapi PRX masuk
sama satu PRX mentalnya jadi gara-gara dimasuk EWC anjing.
Iya. Mereka masuk EWC ya.
Gila Cok.
Awal mulanya dari sini.
Itu Cakep sih.
Gue nggak expect bakal masuk EWC si PRX, ternyata benar masuk EWC di 2005 ini. Karena kan yang masuk EWC kan RRQ sama si Genji ya kan, masuk EWC. Nyatanya setelah track by track mereka bisa ngalahin tim Secret, Google Esport, T1, Talon, dan terakhir PRX.
Gila, nolus
loh.
Nolus tuh.
Nggak ada kalah loh.
Full hijau loh.
Full hijau nih. Sayangnya nggak di live-in ya ini ya.
Nggak, kalau qualifier EWC nggak emang. Cuman update-nya di SG-nya.
Oh.
Buset, itu tiap hari gue mantau SG-nya, buset, menang terus nih anjing.
Itu dia tuh.
Qualifier EWC. Gelok juga nih. Pantas kok. Kan setelah itu abis itu kan langsung master. Buset, lawan TH kok dibantai-bantai si anjing.
Kok tiba-tiba TH-nya bantai gitu loh, 11-1. Tiba-tiba statunya lagi malah map pilihan tim Heritage malah kalah gitu, tim Heritage-nya.
TH-nya. Tapi emang gila sih. Netim gila sumpah.
Gila tuh asli sama aja.
Stres. Ya, jadi apa konklusinya adik-adik? Ya, besok adalah match wajib ditonton ya.
Iya benar. PRX
kita tonton besok Genji lawan siapa di lower final di lower qualifier 3.
Iya benar. Nah, biasanya gue mau Valorant.
Gua naruh harapan Genji lawan Fnatic. Genji lawan Sentinel.
Fnatic menang lah, Fnatic anjing. Jujur aja, Cok.
Iya, jangan. Lawan Genji lawan Sentinel. Berharap gua anjing. Habis itu grand finalnya PRX sama Genji, please. Amin. Ya. Jadi begitu, guys. Jadi apa? Jadi apa yang dapat dipetik kawan-kawan? Betul. Permisi tuan. Kereta api PRX Express izin masuk peron.
Anjing.
Selamat malam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. What the fuck, langsung keluar anjing. Bajingan, Jok. Bukan yang main malah keluar ya, Jok. Mau kencing dulu abisnya kita main Valo kalau mau.
Ada kalian. Oh iya lupa teman-teman. Aku mau ngingetin kalian jangan lupa gabung membership ya. Karena membership kalian bakal dapat badge sesuai dengan lambang kalian per bulannya. Dan juga kalian juga bakal dapat emoji-emoji yang lucu dan juga emoji-emoji spesial dari Rah View. Buat yang membership bakal dapat konten khusus buat membership dan keuntungan-keuntungan lainnya yang ada di sini berupa konten spesial yang ada di membership, live membership, dan juga ada replay dari membership juga. Dan membership sekarang juga. Ya. Iya sangat. Ayo gabung membership Rah View di Isekai Family. Ada kalian. Oh iya lupa teman-teman. Aku mau ngingetin kalian jangan lupa gabung membership ya. Karena membership kalian bakal dapat badge sesuai dengan lambang kalian per bulannya. Dan juga kalian juga bakal dapat emoji-emoji yang lucu dan juga emoji-emoji spesial dari Rah View. Buat yang membership bakal dapat konten khusus buat membership dan keuntungan-keuntungan lainnya yang ada di sini berupa konten spesial yang ada di membership, live membership, dan juga ada replay dari membership juga. Dan membership sekarang juga. Ya.
Mau izin turu, mau masukin kereta PRX ke peron 1 stasiun Grand Final. Ya. Uhuy. Ini Rapli mau main gak nih? Kalau enggak gue off stream. Jing is back. The real Jing is back dan track by track lah ya. Dinginnya hari ini. Ah fuck. Oh fuck. Dingin. Tambah itu. Banget anjir. Bener-bener cok. Oke lah, kalau nggak ada yang main kita bakal on stream dulu guys. Nanti kita bakal lanjut lagi live stream ketika ada yang main. Nanti kita bakal hauka rencana gue sih ya. Kalau gue ngantuk dan kita udahin live stream kali ini. Thank you my bro and see you next live stream. Ya, kita tunggu besok. Nggak tahu ya kalau di Sentinel pengen ada yang ikutin nonton Sentinel lawan Fnatic and Genji lawan G2, bisa kalian nanti komen di live stream ini.